Hello, Sandorito. Hello, Frodo. Hello, Cycred. Regular streams, yeah, very regular that I will disappear again after today, but you know. Yes, regular. Krijo, hello, Tax. Hello, Faye. Hello, Block Time. Hello, Dancing Pants. Hello, Backpiece. Hello, Raven. Hello, Sabi. Hello, Carrie. Hello, me 2 times. Hello, Warlock. Hello, Sue. Hello, Not Falk. Hello, King Clouds. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Yokazip. Hello, Narcissus. Hello, Crack. Hello, Momentum. Hello, Navox. Yeah, after today's stream, I will have the I still have the spy ones like retrospective talk with Open and Nave and Blur for the private friends main event. After that, I will probably disappear again for like a couple of months. Have an empathic with the sub and 13 months special log. I mean, underdogs we just don't play. I just want to play Overgrow. Okay, underdogs every time. But that Overgrow like one is a lot more interesting. Because the deck you're like forced to build is a bit different, you know. The hell. Yeah, you're scared of underdogs. Underdogs has never won, you know, it loses every time. What? Wait, do I have a fish mode or what? Fish mod? The game's modded to like every single run is the fish. Honestly, fish is fine for... Huh? Okay, that is like what, 1 out of 6. Yeah, that's a 1 out of 6, yeah, that's like 5 in a row. So if you have 16% win rate, you can hope to get a 5 streak. You know, that's how it works. Pretty easy. Eh? Ah, okay. It's Keen again, though. I played Keen like 2 times already, but maybe Keen is still fine. Because this new one is not good, eh? You see this new screen on in Underdogs, in Overgrow, you're already like sweating a little bit. The cost normally quite good, but on Necro, I don't really think this is a good new bonus at all. At least with how, if Act 1 is threatening, if Act 1 is like whatever, then yeah, value of this thing is still very high because Act 2 Elite's pretty big threat. And this is a massive boost in elite fights, you know, just that it doesn't really make your run not collapse, which is a very bad thing. Like when terrible things happen in early floors, yeah, this thing like does nothing to help you. And then if your deck is too weak, like even with this giga boost, you still cannot fight elites. And then you're sad. Elite just because of how this relic functions, that your deck just needs a certain amount of output, you know, in order to even think about winning a fight. And this thing doesn't really give you that in hallways are very, very, very dangerous. Yeah, this is a really bad, you know, this screen. Because I do see that if we get ambushed by question mark as well, I will be forced to find advanced hallway early, and that is not very happy times, you know, with this kind of new bonus. What's better in the list count to 1d5, yeah. Now, 1d5 walks into, I mean, I've seen a couple of d5s walk into the Potato of Doom, you know, in the friendly scene yesterday. And not very good things happen. But yeah, here in this situation, I probably would just take remove 2. Because I think the most reasonable part is something like this. We do here, and hopefully we don't see freaking double fight in the question marks, yeah? And then depending on how many fights we see in the question mark, we can choose to take this fight or not. And then we go to one of the shops, like convert back into here and go to this file, and then probably try to do 2 late edits. Every other part puts you into an early advanced hallway with an uncertain, either nothing or very uncertain near bonus, you know. And that is not what you want to do, especially with remove 2. Like after you take the remove 2, Neo is so important that you get strong enough you can upgrade. If you take a remove 2 Neo and then every single file you have to rest, your act has already gone super ultra wrong. So you know, like taking remove 2 and going into this part, for example, this floor immediately you can just effectively end your run. Like you might not literally die, yeah, but your run just goes really badly. Of course, you can do something like this. You can take remove 2 and go this path, and here you don't even need to fight the elite. You know, you would maybe like to, but you don't actually need to. And then you can go whatever into this portion of the map. And then you claim that, okay, you have remove 2 and your entire deck is green, and that is strong enough. In the maybe like 4 patches ago that was true, yeah, but in this patch I'm not so sure that you can skip every single elite in Act 1 and do so fine into Act 2 elites. Because they ask for like a bit too many different things, you know, for your cards alone to just be sufficient in early Act 2. You're commenting about the process 7 months, and yeah, and that's how it should be, right? Like the elites should ask for different things. If all the elites ask for the same thing, yeah, then your deck just needs to be like exactly one thing, and then it beats every fight in the game. It should not be the case. But yeah, remove 2 and probably just start here and then see. Still remove 2 stride, of course. The base deck. So we have a 1% chance of seeing 2 fights and 2 question mark, yeah, and then everything sucks. Not full blocking this turn also kind of sucks because the unleash damage will go down. But here we just play the unleash and then it's dead next turn. I mean, I saw this yesterday. Is the floor 1 friendship, everyone's happy, and then you click the friendship, the first elite is potato, and then your strike deals 4 damage, and you die from full. You're still taking it though, of course. But just like whenever you have this in Overgrow, you need to think a little bit, yeah, is that how bad is the potato fight? Because it could be extremely bad. Like with the friendship in play. So you need to be very careful before actually playing the friendship in that fight. I mean, you still pick it, like skipping the first friendship because you are scared the potato is complete utter nonsense. Because it's so incredibly good in the other 2 fights. But you do need to pay very careful attention. That this doesn't kill you inside that fight. Because that fight is when the playing strike actually matters. And go to 22 or add 2 commons. You're forced to add commons, but usually you find pretty good cards here. You usually at least get a very strong common. Like it's pretty rare that you break 2. Your choice is remove 2 random rare and conch. Yeah, like a couple of patches already over. You pick invoke and then you pick one of these 2, like either Grave Warden or Afterlife, and then you already win the run. Cool. But yeah, good fights. Good fights that make this like not really the case anymore. Yeah? You can still do it in some runs, but you do need some insurance, relics, or you need to already know the actual map first, which you know you cannot. So committing inside Act 1 is pretty hard. That said though, Invoke is still extremely strong here, so maybe we do it anyway. Grave Warden definitely is taken, yeah, but the second card is not so clear. Yeah, the second card is not so clear. Choice is between Afterlife, Invoke, and maybe Defile. I think I like Defile more than Reap still, even with the friendship. Immortal Greedy, not necessarily so. It's just the Invoke Red Warden will remove 2 actually makes you incredibly strong in most fights, yeah? There are a few fights where it doesn't work though, and the most important one, of course, I already talked about it. For multiple minutes. It's a potato. So I do need to think whether a respectable potato enough to pick something like the Defile here. But probably not. I don't think so, right? We take the Invoke and then that already beats the statue, yeah, I think. Like Great Warden Invoke where you add a block card with a remove 2. You upgrade a block card with the remove 2 and the statue is already dead. So you can think about the other 2. And the bird, if the Invoke is green, you can probably deal with the bird as well. So it's just about the potato, and the kin also like not actually a massive problem as long as you don't add too many cards. I think we just greedy Invoke here, you know. Could be like extremely stupid if we get advanced forward ambush, but even then in the advanced forward is not so bad, you know. Invoke. Okay, no ambush. Transform another strike and the deck has no attack. Lose 9 HP is okay, yeah. 27 go with 2 potions, so like extremely good exchange rate. Our point exchange currently is at 50%. And we probably will see a fight, at least a fight in one of these. So you know, we probably will throw away a potion at some point because the elite is not that early unless like this also it's not a fight. I don't even know whether we want to go here or not, you know. We intentionally take the fight here just to see a few more things. Transforming here, I still need to upgrade though. I still need to upgrade. So we don't see like a heal here losing 9 can be a little bit weird, you know, but probably still transform. I'll probably still transform. Transforming here does open a low roll case. It's definitely the greedy option. If you take the gold here, if you take the potions here, I don't think the rest of the deck could go wrong. Transforming here is the the much greedier option. Is like you open a small case where everything can go wrong and then you die. Or the other situation is that you transform into a good card and then yeah, okay, you're cruising. Upgrade cards with the egg, and ancient transform keeps the upgrades. Like for example the for example the Orobus card base card. Like Protector, if you have Unleash plus, it transforms into Protector plus. And the claws in Act 3, I don't even remember the name, like Mouse, right? Yeah, Mouse. If you transform upgraded cards, you get upgraded attacks. But yeah, this does open like one small case where every single thing can go wrong in the act, yeah. And then you die inside Act 1. Like if you take this, your value is a bit lower, but it's very unlikely that you die inside Act 1 here after upgrading. Maybe I just let's not be overly greedy, right? I already took the freaking info. I already took the freaking info, let's not be overly greedy. And this deal as well, yeah. Okay, these potions are not actually good though. At least it saves some HP. And Vogia the energy doesn't play next turn. So I think I just preserve the HP. Yeah, even if I draw into the soul, the energy still doesn't play. I mean, keep blocking. Draw is not good, but we still have Red Warden. Yeah, Invoke deals 22. And also is still big enough that the Unleashed Redraw will kill. A potion is 50. These are not cards that could kill the potato, so you know, the threat is still there. Yeah, not much has changed, yeah, the threat is still there. And relatively speaking, I think we're incredibly good against the statue already, so we don't need something like the no escape. Eventually, something like no escape, we do need to add it for Iron Glass, but not now. It's way too early. Also, I haven't seen a fight in here, so we could intentionally go here to get a little bit more gold and more information. Like what kind of things I need to buy in the shop. Because here's already 30% fight, 40% fight. We probably get a fight here anyway. Of course, it does open a 30% chance of advanced hallway here, but I think advanced hallway is fine. Even if we fight the easy hallway here and get an advanced hallway here, it's probably okay. So we should take the fight, but especially after skipping this cut, I want more information for sure. Passive energy doesn't play next turn. The invoke energy doesn't play either, but invoke is still better to play than defend, yeah, for sure, because it is 2 and there's only 1. You could play Unleash, but I don't think I care about playing Unleash. Let's just play Friendship Invoke. Just like usually draws a potion, and I don't know whether I should toss away the Gambler's Brew or not. That's basically it. I mean, Necro game play, you know, in fights that you can block, you just play block, because block is damage. Playing the strike is just less damage than playing the defense, which is quite sad. Yeah, potions here, liquid memories. Right hand more speculative. The deck is small enough that if you see 1-2 cost card that you pick, is immediately stronger than the Pope. It's really awkward though, because the deck right now has a lot of energy. Yeah? We have the invoke and then we have friendship, and now here suddenly the attacks are 0 cost. But we should definitely take one of the attacks here. But once again, I need to decide whether speculation is a real thing. I don't think it is. I think I just take the Pope. And liquid memories, we should take over one of these, but I'm not sure which one. Because the Gambler's Brew... Is Gambler's Brew better than Speed Foreign Potato with this deck? Because of course you can gamble away the infections, yeah? You can gamble closer into your Unleash before your OST gets hit, so you can actually have some damage. Because people also preserve your OST HP. In Advanced Hallway, 30% that we face Advanced Hallway, I think Speed Pot is better than Gambler's Rule in most cases still. Of course, Gambler's Rule is better way later, but I don't. Yeah, again, we don't think about that right now. Probably just keep the Speed Pot, right? Take a poke. Me calcify in the shop. Calcify in the shop. There's a Defy over the... I think taking Defy here is going a bit too far. We should get damage. Generally, it's taking the Defy is going a little bit too far, because we will actually die when we see the potato if I take that. And see no other damage. Like this deck works in the potato, it doesn't win. Unless we draw pretty well. At the moment the Unleash is drawn badly, we are done for. Because these potions don't kill the potato, so I should just take my damage. Potato, like the guy that shuffles in infection, I don't even know his real name. But what is the guy's real name? I can look at the best theory. Yeah, frog parasite. Yeah, this guy. A rotten potato. Yeah, so calcify, and then don't think we're upgrading calcify. I think we are still upgrading block. So bodyguard. Upgrading invoke is a little bit worse now that I add the 0 cost here, and we still had the friendship. But I don't know, I'm telling you, it's a rotten potato, it's not a normal one. On. Advanced is 30%, it's not an advanced hallway, it's more energy. which will probably float on turn 1. Yeah? And yeah, the decision to take the advanced hallway is interesting because by taking this advanced hallway, like this is already 40% fight, so it's pretty likely. But if you take this fight and the elite fight first, yeah, and then suddenly you don't have enough HP for this, you can go here and rest. But if you take this way, you usually get ambushed by a fight anyway. It's like 40% to 50%. And then suddenly you don't even have HP for this anymore, so now you just run a risk of death in these floors. But of course, you don't need to decide yet. We go to the chest, open the chest first and see. And I'm pretty sure I'm still upgrading. Not avocado and moldy potato. It's not to produce better, yeah. Is it bodyguard? Like without bodyguard upgrade, are we actually good against the Are we actually good against the statue? Probably bodyguard is still good, yeah. Probably bodyguard is still good. That's the first one. You could claim that this is still not good enough against potato and you upgrade the calcify instead, but we do have the liquid memories as well to pull one thing back. Probably still bodyguard. Okay, one dex on strength. One strength doesn't do that much, but the one dexterity on turn 3 can do quite a bit. Makes our statue fight like even better. On dex now, one dex on turn 3. That's a bit long for the one dex to come. But I think it do just fight the advanced forward. Like it of course runs into the risk is that we run into this, like we can still break on turn 1, yeah. The deck is pretty small, so not super likely to happen, but we could just draw like 2 strike, 2 powers, our Sender's Bane or something. And then we take like 20. And then the floor afterwards we die. Like, it's possible, but I think it is safer to go here still. But usually it's not a huge problem because it just makes my attack cost more. Which I don't think I care about too much. Yeah, a bodyguard upgrade. Next time we get a 1 dex and this guy doesn't really scale damage, I don't think. So yeah, still taking zeros, I don't see a reason to do anything. Like, it could preserve Osti, but yeah, nonsense. And now we just block. Yeah, advance away, no problem. Keep blocking or cast in a little bit? I guess we can cast in a little bit. The energy doesn't play very often anyway. Yeah, no problem. Like 0 damage. It is 0, yeah, it ends after today though, but you know. For now, still here. 1 strength, 1 dex. Ah, the potato. Okay, yeah, we're so scared of potato that I would take this because it's not good anywhere else, yeah, I'm telling you. It's good in exactly 1 fight. So it's not like so bad that I would take it because right now I do see that the fight can still go bad. Yeah, I definitely see that the fight can still go bad because we are shuffling out 4 cards right now if the Grave Warden is also bottom deck. If I add a card in here, I have 15, so I don't shuffle my cards out. Or I can shuffle out my card intentionally after playing the Grave Warden. And yeah, of course, when we have Invoke Energy, you can also just play the Soul. Like, you would redraw the Soul at some point later if you play it, but it's probably still worth it if, you know, if it's a fight that you need to make progress in. It's fine, it's also the kin, it's not that bad. It's pretty bad. But it's not that bad, you know, not that bad. We do have strength even, like, look at this, it's strength. Fish oil, and retain attack. If you have to add attacks to your deck, like adding retain attacks or ethereal attacks is better because they are not, strictly speaking, they are not like totally real cards. Because you can just keep this in your hand forever, you don't play it. Fish oil versus the speed pot, like yeah, one more strength on the sword. The strength mostly doesn't matter, so it's just one consistent deck versus one burst turn of 5 decks. I think bursting 5 decks is still stronger if we don't use the strength. I mean, you could use the strength, but probably not, you know, probably not. What's the chance even? I don't know. This is convenient, right? You can just look at the previous floor. This feature I really like. You can literally just look at the previous floor to see whether you get potions or not. We got 1 pot, and we got 2, so it's 40%. Okay, statue, that's supposedly our best fight. If after taking the sword here I take damage here, I would be pretty upset. But we draw all the powers. I am not going to play the sword here. We are aiming to play this fight for a long time. I think we can stay here for long. Not totally sure though, like, because the deck doesn't have any fight. It has 1 dexterity and it has 4 energy, but it also still has a few bricks. It has a couple of attacks, so it could lose progress, but probably playing this is still just bad. If I take a hang, I prefer to not play into hang, but yeah, and if I want to hang over nothing in this kind of situation, I would take. Yeah, the first hang is really bad, yeah, but the second hang is good. The second hang is really good. The first hang is just like, yeah, holy crap, this thing is like slow as hell. But after you have more than 1 copy of hang, it becomes like quite strong. Yeah, I will just never play this card here. Oh, that's not great. Drawing 3 blocks here, and then next turn I only have Grave Warden, so I lose all my Osti progress, yeah? But I guess that's still fine. But it's a bit scary. Yeah, we take like 6 damage here as well. I could potion for 5. Next turn we do have 6 energy with the soul as well, so you know, should not be taking any damage, so Speedball will not play next turn. Speedball could play the turn afterwards. But Speedballing right here is just saving 5 HP, doesn't even protect Osti HP. Seems pretty weird, right, to do that. Okay, fine, so we just take some damage. Yes, I would never play the soul here, it just stays in my hand forever until like, we kill or something. Yeah, next turn could be the speed pot turn, depending on whether we draw the soul or not and what the soul actually draws. And in the meantime, you can see like we kill this guy, like no problem. Okay, I didn't draw the soul, so here you can speed pot. Yeah, here you can speed pot. Speed pot here actually protects the Osti, and you save 6 HP, not 5. So you gain +1 compared to the last time. Yeah, bottlenecking soul is pretty sad because if I draw the soul here, I'm pretty sure I already win this fight without the potion. But we bottleneck the soul. So now I use the potion anyway. Which is not a good thing, you know, preferably you don't use the potion. But, you know, it's true, potion for 6. I think I do play the info. And now we should kill it pretty easily. Next turn, the 2 Osti attacks as skills. Yeah, and this is why you prefer to not use the potions. Vitality, sure. I mean, we actually take that. The question is whether I go here or not. With 30 HP, this relic actually doesn't perform in... this relic doesn't do anything in this fight, yeah? And we already saw our best elite. Like that was our best elite by a lot. We did draw a little bit low roll, so you know, it's still a speed pot and lose 5. But the other 2 elites are not so easy. I'm wondering whether I should even go here. I should just get my 2 upgrades. Because if I upgrade here and then these floors go okay, I can upgrade again for sure, you know? And our relic collection is not so horrible. The deck is fine. Because now after the lethality, so lethality also have upgrade targets, you know? We upgrade lethality, calcify, and suddenly even the poke hits for like 1 billion damage. Instead of running into the elite with like a lot of uncertainties. There are many versions of the fights, I think, in the elite that we just get through without losing any significant resource at all. But there are also versions where we walk into those fights we die. I mean, not die, but you know, like basically dead because we use the potion and then we still have to rest before the kid, and suddenly our like entering Act 2 is like kind of bad for relic. I don't think so. I think after seeing this, I can just go left. Also, minion enter the fight with 2 upwards and extra for the kin fight. This deck maybe 15. Yeah, maybe 15. Because you still, the thing about the kin fight is that by turn 3 you're still facing quite a bit, especially if your deck has some powers to play. So you do need a little bit of HP buffer to survive the first 3 turns, and then if you can kill the minions quickly, which we can, this deck absolutely can kill the minions somewhat quickly, then the king doesn't deal too much damage on his own afterwards, and the fight does end fairly fast. You do need a little bit of HP buffer. Also, question mark fight chance here is already like 40%, I think. Yeah, just go here first. I think lethality upgrade over calcify, because it could play with the soul as well in the hallway. And if I have to rest before the king, I would prefer this to be green over the other thing, yeah. I mean, we absolutely cannot lose this, so hopefully we don't die here. We cannot lose that, so hopefully we don't die here. Okay, we can lose that. That is not a good thing to lose, by the way, but you know, better that than more HP. Yeah, the bridge elite. Here's a soul. Maybe you even want to play the soul. I think I do. I think I do play the soul. Because it does open like 1 strike kill this, and yes, we still have strike with it poke. It could hit the main guy as well, but this guy attacks you every turn, so even though it overkills, I should still hit it. Yeah, here we can hit this. You can also just ignore it and play like defend calcify. Which to be fair, how bad is that? Yeah, defend calcify is fine. Next one I sometimes don't have, yeah. Okay, I need this to stop happening, yeah. I have freaking 6 cards and 1 soul and just bottom deck the soul. And now I'm just taking 3 damage for fun. I'm just taking 3 damage for fun, man. Is Invoke good? I already have 4 energy, but the summon next turn is nice. And honestly, we don't need to rush too much to kill this, because redrawing poke you can see is already like 17, and then the Unleash also deals damage. So I think I will just play both the Invoke and the Friendship, and we still take 3. Yeah. I think removing the defense didn't make the... Removing the defense did make the kin fight a little bit worse in the opening turn, so now I'm not so sure whether we are allowed to upgrade so safely or not if this fight doesn't drop anything good from 20. Also, I'm taking 2 more here, yeah? The fight is not even over. Because I didn't draw my... Yeah, because of the bridge remove my defense. So I'm taking 2 more here. So we have 18, probably resting. Unless this drops a good potion. Oh, next one it dies though. Oh, actually, no, we take 0. What am I talking about? It's only 6. potion. That is a pretty good buffer, to be honest. Is it good enough for me to just walk in there with 20? The afterlife, I mean, and we are probably taking that. Also, this calcium upgrade is pretty strong. Yeah? It's +2 on the only attacks that we want to play, and then the +2 also gets amplified by like 75%. So it's actually +3.5, which is 7 damage per cycle. Yeah, I think we take Afterlife and then upgrade the thing, yeah. No defensive potion is a little bit spooky, but on turn 3 we do have the dexterity and they can pull back at least a defense. So you can claim Liquid Memory as like kind of a defensive potion. If we are resting, we always bring 2 potions into Act 2, so that is also something you can consider. And you rest here, you never have to use a potion in the kin fight. Is that better? What is better, like bringing these 2 pots into Act 2 or having the calcify be green? Because I think if I don't upgrade, if I don't rest here, most likely you have to use at least 1 potion. Yeah? At least 1. I think the chance of dying with using 2 potions is incredibly small, which is honestly not worth thinking about. Is the upgrade worth on one of these pots or not? Because at some point I do want the Calcify to be green, but not necessarily. Like if we see a squeeze after this, I don't even care about Calcify upgrade anymore. So there's that. So when would this Calcify upgrade be super relevant? You know, the Act 2. I mean, quite a few fights actually. But in for the first time, the Calcify will play the 5-4 will also do the better job, yeah. So you need to you need the missing Calcify damage to actually screw you for like 2 fights. And in the second fight, you pay the price of resting here. But for the first time, for the first time you miss like, a little bit of lethal, the 5-4 can do the job. I think potion change is like 30, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6. 6 fights and we got 3 pots. Okay, 40%, 40%. I mean, just write that down before I forget. What the... probably rest, Let's just be cowards. Let's just be cowards. Yeah, what if I'm just a coward? I mean, being a coward seems not bad because the non-cowardly line only takes 13 on turn 1. But you're not taking 13 on turn 1, it's not very comfy when you enter the fight with like what 20 HP. But all powers are in play though, so usually you are fine after this turn. It's just that on turn 3 you can still be facing too much damage. Usually after this turn you don't take more damage. But this turn is still difficult. Yeah. Wait, we did not draw a single block card to even Liquid Memories back. So like, would we be dead? Would we be dead? Not quite, right? Yeah, because I can kill this right now with potion. So I'm only facing. This is only. I'm only taking 4 this turn to make kill this guy, which I can with the potion. I'm not going to potion though because I rested. We did not draw a single block card to even Liquid Memories back, which is kind of funny, sure. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like removing a defense from the bridge actually makes this fight a little bit worse, yeah, for sure. Because now the average amount of block you draw per turn is worse with the 1 dexterity. Oh yeah, sure. After resting, I don't think I'm gonna potion now. Is that true? We are losing 12 here, so I go to 14. But next turn I get the dexterity, and then all my powers are in play. And bodyguard is still doing the thing. I still have the potion. My Osti is dead either way though, so we don't build, we don't get like a lot of Osti in the first cycle, but I think it's fine. Also, should I play the Soul or not? I don't think I should. In this edition, I don't think I should play the Soul. Even if I play the Soul, it's like next turn, right? Not now. Next turn I'm weakened though. Next time weakened, so even with the lethality is still worse, and maybe I just want to play all my blocks. Yeah, what do we just saw now? Because with weaken, this doesn't even kill, right? With lethality, the base is 6, and 6 goes to 10.5, and 10.5 weaken, it doesn't even freaking kill. Upgrade afterlife, yeah, sure. Upgrading afterlife. But yeah, we just play this now and it opens a strike kill here in next turn, yeah. Even when weak. Because 4 weakens to 3 and 3 is exact kill. Yeah, I mean I rested, so I don't potion. Hopefully I don't like Giga Brick another turn later, would be very sad. But here's a strike. And now the fight should be under control in theory, because I did not shuffle out the bodyguard as well. We did shuffle out the Grave Warden, which is a little bit annoying, but it should still be fine. And now the fight should be under control. Was it lethal? Was it? Because if I were lethal? Because if I was at plus 3.5... Oh yeah, it would be, Yeah, it would be. So it would be fine, it would be fine. Because you go to 4, yeah, going to 4 here, relaxing, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, going to 4 here would be okay. No problem. I mean, it's still a tiny bit scary, but it probably never ever, nothing ever goes wrong. Yeah, and now like the king cannot get through this. I think. I'm claiming the king cannot get through this, yeah. Because our damage is fast enough before this goes to like what 30, 27, whatever. I want to shuffle in both those attacks and the defense. Not a problem. Oh yeah, both potions in here. Okay, got a potion, the point change 30, yeah. End of days. The soul never gets played, but what about the end of days? Sounds pretty good. Or the eradicate, which we have lethality and invoke. And friendship. Okay, friendship with the... Friendship is still positive for the eradicate, yeah, but it's not... It's not just on energy, the -2 strength actually matters. So I guess the question here is whether we are so worried about something like the cockroaches of evil. Because the end of days end kill the cockroaches instantly, yeah? But on the other hand, the eradicate is very good against, you know, actual bosses. Our choosing was 514 months special load. I mean, I remember the last time we did not take an eradicate. How much damage is the eradicate? Let's say lethality eradicate on turn 1. How much is it? We have lantern. So the base is 11, and 11 goes to 19. It's 57 on turn 1 if I draw that. 57, yeah, not so bad. Block density of this deck is getting lower and lower. As you can see, if you look at the deck at the end of Act 1, you can see that the only block card added front load is actually Grave Warden, and 1 defense is gone. And once again, the relic bar doesn't block for me on turn 1, you know. Lantern depends on what I draw. This thing is on turn 3, and this thing doesn't do anything unless we use other resources. So once again, we can run into some hallways that heal very hard on turn 1 and we just start bleeding. But I mean, that's what potions are for. Yeah, probably Eradicate is still stronger than End of Days, I think. Hopefully not stupid. Okay, my bad. yeah, my bad. Yeah, immediate punish, yeah, it doesn't wait for long. It really doesn't wait for long, and now I don't even have anything to imbue. I mean, you can imbue bodyguard. Honestly, imbue bodyguard is not bad at all. Yeah, like generally imbue bodyguard plus is pretty good. It's not. It's like 1/3 of the reanimate, but it's still quite strong. That said, though, seems a little bit weird. Protector, I don't think we care about in this run. So do I just get my 7 summon or do I reroll my cards? I also see that there's no early storm in this Act 2. Which makes running into early elites a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, okay, let's first of all let's do this. 30. Yeah, the thing about immune already guys is that it makes it definitely makes the Act 2 go smoother. But most of the time, because yeah, it's just like 7 block on turn 1 the minimum, you know. But I already said no. Yeah, that's something different from Spy 1. So you do need to keep track of your opponent chances at the end of the previous act. We don't have anything super specific to work with the yeah, we don't have anything super specific to work with the driftwood. So it's just a base driftwood. And right now, honestly, a lot of risk in this run is that we walk into hallways and we just bleed like crazy, right? Because we get hit on turn 1 and the deck doesn't block. Grave Guardian shuffle, so before draw, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever imbued Grave Guardian over bodyguard, so I don't know. Yeah, it's not so bad, right? Just to get 7 more summon on turn 1. How bad is that? It's probably fine. It also makes you draw your powers faster, yeah, because you don't draw you don't draw your bodyguard in the first cycle, and it gives you guarantee liquid memories and bodyguard plus if you know, if needed. So where do I go? I don't think I want to force myself into the elite, even though this part looks like the best part if you can take it. I don't really want to force myself into elite. I can choose. The other parts look so bad though. It's just one elite act 2 if I don't fight an elite that looks like a little bit dangerous anyway. So do we go here? Do we claim that this thing and the 3 potions are strong enough that, you know, this part is just fine? If this part is fine, I would like to go to this part. For sure. We have to life exhaust? Nah. It's one less summon, we're never upgrading that, and then what's the importance of exhaust? Like, why do you care about the card exhausting? Especially after taking the boss relic being this, yeah, because at some point this falls off, you know, this doesn't stay strong forever. It's not reanimate. Reanimate will stay strong forever, but this will just be strong, like maybe into Act 2 and then it stops being strong. So we do need to get stronger. We cannot just like relax and claim that okay, the deck is strong enough to win everything later, you know. How is the yeah, we do have eradicate against the triangle too now. To help a little bit. Centipede, massive utter yeah, massive pain against the centipede. We do get 7 round in turn 1, we do have some potions. Honestly, O3 at least require a lot of HP, yeah, if nothing changes here. Which is, you know, the usual story for like 2 if your deck doesn't have if your deck bar doesn't just block like 15 for you or something. Yeah, if you don't get some both relics or some permafrost whatever, like gorgeous, the actual elites usually hit you for quite a bit. After this, we do need to fight one more advanced hallway before I get to short. Yeah? But here we get a massive power boost, and then here I get to the fire again. So it's just about whether I die by this node or not. For chance 30, I can expect maybe 2 more potion drops here, if I'm optimistic. Because going this way, of course you roll 1 more question mark and dodge 1 more advanced hallway. Yeah? But from here, like going this way is already a lot more difficult. There's no fire at all. And going this way is only 1 elite. Not that 1 elite is so bad, you can just upgrade your cards, and then I haven't paid for remove in the shop, so remove is still 100. Which means yes, we can get rid of the another strike, and then the deck is pretty tiny. Because if these draws go well, of course we can still pass back to the 3 elite part, and that's the highest value, which is I don't have fires at all. Seems strange though. I think we go middle. Yeah? I think we start middle and just get into the force elite here and hopefully don't die. I think so. After taking this at least. Ow! And here you see what I'm talking about. It's like turn 1, they go in and we have 0 block in hand. Because of the bridge, yeah, thank you, bridge. That's pretty bad, by the way, in case you're wondering, whether this is good or bad. It's pretty bad. Facing 16 damage right now, and I need to potion to... I need to use at least 1 potion into here to only block 8. But this doesn't even kill, yeah? This does not kill. The saw is only 14. And this is 20, so we are 3 damage short. I really don't want to use 5 force though, but the thing about using the clarity extract here is that it doesn't get, it doesn't actually give me anything. It's like 1 card this turn, no guarantee value. Can I kill the 16 if I use the clarity extract and draw into, let's say, like the strike or one of these attacks? Of course, worst case is like we draw Sender's Bane and it actually does nothing, but let's say I draw strike. This would deal 14, 20, 20, 28 is off. Deal 2 damage off. Imbue in the blaze block 1? Yeah, true. It kills this immediately. Not potioning distance seems really strange. Considering that we are like half dead on floor 1 after taking this imbue, and here's a freaking force elite. Next one is what? Hopper, which also hits you 19 on turn 1, you know, the cockroaches. So that's pretty dangerous, I would say. Yeah, it needs to be unleash or block card, but even block card, they doesn't save that much. Like this version, maybe just 5 portals and then cry. 5 liquid memories, yeah, I know, but then you use it liquid memories for 8 as well. Unless you tell me that after this one we still cannot deal with the front bow bug, yeah, hopefully that's not true. But I think we just 5 port. It's actually, of course you do Malays, no? Yeah, what? Of course you imbue your Malays. You already have backup trap, you know, don't really break block on turn 1. Just get the higher value. Oh yeah, lethality, 5 port here, play Soul, play Invoke, play Friendship. That's pretty sad. Ow! Oh yes, a good 5 port for it. Here we can kill. Okay, point chance 20. But it's not blocked on turn 1. Oh, is my lazy only hit in general? Many options. You can do it on like bouncing flask. Bouncing flask pretty good. 2 imbue, not in your deck, but you know it's pretty good imbue. And then what? Honestly, I don't mind something to snap in this deck. It's just actually I do. After Eradicate, I don't need to snap for anything. I don't think. I just need to not like bleed like crazy on turn 1, like just now. And all of these cards will help. Yeah, snap on the Eradicate. You cannot add the retain to the thing that already has retain. So if you have Eradicate and a bunch of, but basically if your hand has Eradicate and one more card, yeah, and you play the snap, then the other thing is forced to be retained. So not me too. Okay, I mean we are definitely taking the death here. Which does mean that my turn 1 consistency gets a bit worse, yeah, but I don't mind. And it also means that maybe I cannot even remove the death at this point. Probably not. I don't think this deck is so slow that we would lose a 100 and 200 go by this load. Yeah, we are divining 6. Hopefully I don't get the other curse, or that will be tragic. But I think we do need to get a little bit stronger than what we are currently now. And the Divine 3 is not a big enough power boost. These are not curses, so I can just click this and it's guaranteed to be fine. Oh, red card. I like red card. We cannot get the relic now, yeah, but I don't care. Like the red card and maybe some potion is what I'm looking for. So we can get a common card as well. Look for Defy. This still cannot hit the curse, so we click here to reveal the most possible. Yeah, here's a relic, which doesn't do anything. So now I can one-shot the curse if I try to look for the uncommon card, so let's not do that. Let's just get the go and move on, yeah. This can hit the curse. This cannot. Actually, we have two divinations left. That was possible? Was it? Oh yeah, it's 2. No, it's not. It's not. What the hell is that? 2 by 3. It's not. There's no way to feed the curse. Don't scare me, please. So right now, I think the thing we want to do most is to not hit the curse at all. It's impossible to get the relic, yeah, from this point. You need 3 more clicks to get the relic, so we don't care about that. And we know that the relic is here, so there's like nothing else here. If you click this, you don't reveal too much though. So do I want to click outside? Like clicking here, for example, you never get the curse, but you reveal a little bit more, and maybe you can get another potion. This is 30 gold, though. You know, we probably want that. Maybe just click this, right? It's just 30 gold. Yeah, probably just get this. Oh, 60 gold. Okay, sign me up. And now we click here. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get a potion straight here. Still cannot get the curse. Oh, the card. You're taking them. You're poor. You look at this. Look at who is poor. Oh, I'm so rich. And now we get like 3 card choice. Like pretty good 3 card choice. Okay, this is not much. Fetch, high five, like both are good. Calcify, I don't think we care about. Squeeze. I mean, this event is pretty good, yeah, when you see cards. And again, I already said this the last stream, but I think the strongest thing in this event is not the relic, it's the red card. And that's what, honestly, that's what I look for every single time now. I don't care about the relic. I just click the red card and usually you get something like insane, you know, but the relic is just, okay, whatever. Oh, actually it is 2 times 2, so I could get curse. Wait, what? Okay, never mind, we just got lucky, it's fine. Being lucky is good. I thought it's 2 by 3, but it's true, I did one shot on common card. I could one shot the curse, that was not safe. But it's fine, everything is good. Curse is not that bad, honestly, if you get like, all of this. It's pretty bad, but you know, it's not that bad. And here, yeah, after the squeeze, you should take the OC attack and not the calcify for sure. It's just whether you take fetch or high five or not. High five gives you vulnerable. Fetch lethality with the squeeze. I mean, you saw what it did the last time we had the combo. Not very good. It usually doesn't work like that, and this time we do have the eradicate. to prevent the crap from happening. Do we want another of these unupgraded block? Kind of don't. Like now that I have the squeeze, we can also just maybe draw the squeeze to kill. Not super likely, but I have potion for one more fight too. Yeah. I don't think I want unupgraded common here. Yeah, probably fetch over high five unless you tell me the centipede is so bad, because centipede after we play calcified vitality, you play one high five, they're all dead. The soul doesn't kill them. Yeah, we have minus strength. I mean, we do get plus strength, but it deals like what 15 damage AoE or something. It doesn't kill crap. The fetch is much easier to play, of course, compared to the dude. Compared to the high five. High five is expensive. How much damage is this squeeze? 1, 2 plus 3 here, so it's 40 base. High five is also much better against knowledge demon. Because yeah, with the eradicate, you can always set up vulnerable into a huge eradicate with lethality. Maybe we do just take the high five anyway. Yeah. We have lantern turn 1 as well. And another curse now. Yeah, I mean the vulnerable is just kind of good. This we don't take. Fortress of Evil. End of days will be good here. Do I kill this now? I think the answer is yes. Unfortunately, this is the guy that rolls 28. This is 25. We're chilling. We're just moment bomb. He's dead. I could also spend 4 energy to kill this. It's just maybe better. Yeah, defending into 2 energy here is just worse than 4 energy kill this, no? Also, we have like no block left in the draw pile, so you know, pain could be incoming. Yeah, some painful situations could be coming in the next few turns if we don't kill them like, instantly. Oh yeah, kill this, yeah. Yeah, lantern place. Okay, I've seen worse. Lethality in this fight doesn't really matter too much, so I could potion here to save a little bit, but I think yeah, potion chance now. Wait, what? Why is my thing erased? Wait, that's your huh? I mean, I know I wrote the potion chance here. I know I wrote 30, but why is it erased? Oh, I did I clear? It's fine, so we write again. Started the act 30. The potion chance right now is 20. And these potions are not even super important. And I think the fight is kind of over next turn. I hope the fight is over next turn. If it's not, I'm sad. But yeah, we just do like what, Grave Warden, at least try, or you can play Soul. The squeeze it, because the high five is also only dealing 9 damage. So you could play, you can ignore the lethality. The lethality doesn't do much here anyway. You play like Grave Warden, Soul, Unleash. Probably. And this guy has 2 strength, can multi-hit next turn. He already attacks 2 turns in a row. So yeah, at least here. Now it's in lethal range. Yeah, don't potion for 6, yeah. They both buff. Poor. It's fine, only minus 10. We got like plus 100 or something. Next pattern, I actually don't know. I have never really bothered to remember the pattern of the cockroaches. I think the only outside the bosses, I know the pattern of every boss and every elite, of course, but outside that, for normal enemies, what do I even know? Like I don't even remember the pattern of like some frog knight or globe head or whatever. I don't care about those. Honestly, even scores of my thing, I don't know the pattern for, which I should, because that fight is actually bad. Yeah, for cockroaches, if you don't know, Grave Warden we take. You can take another high five as well to boost your squeeze even further, but I think adding a little bit of block to the deck is good. It still goes with every take. Poison chance right now, suddenly we drop like what 2 poison, 2-5 when we 30 starting, so we have 10%. It still goes absolutely it's taken over what? Probably over Clarity Extract, right? I think draw potion in this deck is better than Clarity Extract with the yeah, it's like with the Lantern, with the Invoke, with potentially some big lethality squeeze or eradicate. Let's throw away Clarity Extract and take the Still Chaos or what, probably. Okay, these fights are very bad. This fight is very bad. I know the pattern of this fight, though. Yeah, this is one of the whole ways that I know the pattern for. Because this fight is very, very awful. Now, knowing the pattern and actually not getting destroyed are two different things. So we could use the potion. Unfortunately, both of the fights are potions and our potion chance like nothing. But I am willing to potion next turn for sure, if needed. It's not just Calcify, High Five, Afterlife, right? You could ignore the Calcify and play High Five, Afterlife, Defend, but I think I should play the Calcify still. Should I? It's not that much damage. This fight does end fairly quickly, yeah? With this deck. Not playing Calcify closes some lethal avenues with the potentially lethally unleashed draw. But I think the squeeze still, yeah, squeeze still kills just fine. Eradicate is a 16 per, so this is even if it's plus 5, 61, it still doesn't kill clean. So it's not that important really to play the Calcify here. Instead of just preserving 5 more HP on Osti. Because 5 more HP on Osti drawing the Unleash is also, you know, basically the Calcify damage. Nah, we don't play this, yeah, we don't play this. We play like High-Fi Afterlife Defense. Okay, next turn is painful. I could potion for sure. I'm very willing to potion if needed. With this, then maybe not. If we do potion here, it's still chaos. It's still chaos is a really strong potion. And now that I have the squeeze in the deck, I think Liquid Memories is, you know, it's being preserved for as long as possible. I could see doing the Steel Chaos here. Because like hitting the big attacks now is just good, you're on either one. Because it's still vulnerable, so it will just kill one of them immediately. It's like fine. Otherwise, the line without potioning here is like what we still play the Unleash probably, and then I play like Grave Warden and take a lot. If I play a Toxic, I don't set up these powers, and then yeah, everything sucks. Okay, that's potion. This fight is bad. Wow. I mean, at least I don't draw these cards next turn. If it hits it 3 times, it could be good though, because that at least would kill, but you know, it's not. Well, that's quite annoying. Now what? I will draw one of the big attacks next turn, no? Okay, not always. I could bottleneck both of them. But if I bottleneck both of them, then maybe we can block. So I'm wondering whether... Because the only attacks left in here are big ones, yeah? I mean, I'm still having the Soul, but if I unleash here, the Soul only kills here, it doesn't kill this guy. I kind of want to kill this guy next turn. The squeeze doesn't kill next turn unless I also get the lethality though. Because I'm thinking about line like maybe Grave Warden, Invoke Friendship even. get like 6 energy next turn, and I can play the toxic and still kill. And this turn, with that, I'm taking 3. It's probably okay way to play that, like Grave Warden, Invoke Friendship. Actually, then I still need to draw Lethality no matter what, right? Because the Eradicate is going to be minus... I do have +1. I do have +1. So it's only -1 here. Eradicate is 10. But it does mean I need 5 energy to hit this to kill. So yeah, I might need to draw a pot if I do that. But my favorite character? Well, I literally only play Necro, so maybe you can guess. Yeah, Necro is the only character I play. Maybe we don't need we don't need like Invoke or Friendship. We could play like Unleash on here and then Grave Warden and one of these cards, but not the other one. Probably do that. I think I should still Unleash as being 30 damage, and now we only need Squeeze Draw is killing, and then the other thing is also killing. I think I will play Invoke and ignore the Friendship though. Hopefully not stupid. Because what the Invoke does is that it allows me to play Squeeze and 2 Toxic next turn to not having to attack like the garbage thing, and also blocks 2. It's gonna attack small next turn, I think. So I will play the Invoke. Ow. This fight is just difficult. It's gonna attack small. We did draw the Squeeze though. In this case, I don't need to. Yeah, I could just play the Eradicate for 1 energy here, which I think I will. Actually, no, I can kill both. What am I talking about? Yeah, what I am talking about is I don't draw the Eradicate and cannot kill both. Yes. I knew what I was talking about, guys. That's what. It's fine. We can still waste energy to squeeze this. So we squeeze this and can play Grave Warden Toxic and attack like 0. Yeah, squeezing this guy would be very nice, but you know, it's fine. It's still not bad. We don't need to play Lethality here, yeah. Ow. So now it doesn't attack, so it dies. Because we Eradicate next turn. Upgraded. It makes my Squeeze stronger. It deals a lot of damage with these cards, but only if I play as the first attack. It's freaking upgraded. Okay, so how many garbage attacks am I adding to this deck until the deck becomes bad? I don't think this makes the deck bad or the Squeeze. I do want the Squeeze to be a bit bigger still, yeah. I think Ascension Mode, I don't know. After taking this Pope, probably not. And I think I'm taking the Pope. The bowling chance now is 20. Okay, this guy gives me a free turn 1. So just squeeze here in Friendship. Seems totally fine. We have high 5 here as well, which we can high 5 and kill all of them. And I think I will do that. High 5 into Soul kills all of them, yeah. Yeah, this is 11 and this is 9. And this is blocking because of the imbue. I don't draw Lethality to save my gold here. Actually, no, I can. Yeah, I can. It is still 60 and the Pope is killing. Okay, go save. Wait, what? Why did I get so many potions? Oh, just back to 10%. Yeah, I was saying that like by this node, yeah, we get 2 potions and I'm optimistic. And by this node, I already got 3. So, you know, good for me, I guess. Yeah, these are garbage. With 37, 4 potions, I can upgrade, right? Right? I can certainly see Centipede hitting me for a lot, yeah, but honestly, I can see all the fights hitting me for a lot still, depending on draw order. Because there are some draw orders for sure that we take like almost nothing against the It was the thing about the bee, for example, yeah, is that I killed the bee like 2 attacks, but before I land my 2 attacks, the bee already hits me for maybe like 20 HP. I don't block enough in the opening turns. Like the dude opens with like what 40 damage in the first 2 turns, and I only have like guarantee a 9 blow. And yeah, centipede hurts a lot, but I have a lot of Aussie attacks, so the weakness doesn't really matter. I can probably kill them and have 4 pots. Ah, yeah, we absolutely upgrade. This upgrade should be on squeeze, I think. Ow! I mean, this is expected. I did say it. Is that after I land like, around 2 attacks, he dies. Yeah? But before I land my attacks, I get hit. So we can drop out this turn because right now I'm spending 1 energy out of my 4. I'm not playing any of these attacks. So we can drop out. Yeah, that's a bit better. That saves 13. I don't think any of these attacks are worth playing. At least not before I land like lethality, but I think I just play 1 squeeze and 1 eradicate and we kill. I don't export. I don't think I export in this fight. Could be wrong, but I think I want to save the export for the knowledge demon potentially, or even way later. Export's not that strong in this deck, but right now it only saves like what 3. Okay, it would have saved 5 by now. But yeah, here's the squeeze, 101, and next one is dead. So I mean, exactly as I said, yeah? We play 2 attacks, the big guy is dead, but before that he hits me over 40. That is exactly what happened. We play 2 attacks, he dies. But before that he does some unpleasant things. Yeah, that would have been good like a couple of floors ago. Now I don't know how much it does, but sure. Another Grave Warden, is that good or not? Literally just to have block in the deck. It makes the and first of all it's 15 gold, yeah, very important. And it makes the triangle fight a bit worse, but against triangle I mean you saw what happened to the B guy, like we play 2 attacks and the triangle would die. So maybe it lasts until turn 4 or something and we can rest here. And the Great Warden should be positive in this fight. And if it's against Centipede, I think the Great Warden is also a good draw. That's the 3rd one, yeah, but I think it's okay. We did lose the defense and have an export. Oh, it's fine. 15 gold, rich. Oh, Anchor! Anchor works against whatever fight this is, yeah? The Centipede or the... Or to do, like, honestly, even, yeah, of course against the bee it also works. It works against every fight, except the knowledge demon. Also, it doesn't work against this guy. This guy is like too strong. Yeah, nice Grave Wardens. Next one is swing for 25 in my face, and I only draw the 2 Grave Wardens here. I don't know. Unpleasant times ahead. Yeah, potentially unpleasant times ahead. $21 versus the Soul. I think 21 is still stronger, and maybe we can open the squeeze kill in turn 3. Or turn 2. I don't think we can squeeze kill this turn because I don't have energy. Ow. Yeah, poor and getting hit. That's like the worst combination, you know. And we lose another 6 because I don't draw my Grave Warden or kill, but it's fine. We can rest here. And we have a Giga Shock. Ow. Could be worse, it could be worse. I'm wrong about profile picture. Why are you asking this? If you don't know this by now, then not a real fan, yeah? Now this situation is a bit unpleasant because it has freaking taunts. If I play the Invoke into the Eradicate, then I'm guaranteed to take at most 1. Do I follow the World Cup? Absolutely not. I mean, okay, not absolutely not. I don't really follow it, but I do hear like some news. I don't watch the games at all. Like, if we play Invoke here, next time I can, if I don't draw a single block card on top, I can just play the squeeze and also the Texatons. So I take like 1 damage. But I could redraw the Calcify because I don't exhaust it now. It's probably still worth it to play the Invoke, yeah, I think. Actually, the squeeze is already killing me. Why on earth do I need to do that? I can't even play the Grave Warden here. Why on earth do I play Eradicate? Like, what am I talking about? Grave Warden, thank you. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, point chance back to 30%. Don't pick any of these. Boom, cash in. I mean, that's a pretty good cash in. Like Defy on sale in my deck. Bag of Prep in my relic bar. It costs 10 gold by the way, the Defy. If you didn't notice, the Defy costed me 10 gold. And the Bag of Prep we absolutely buy, but before that I can see whether I buy other cards first. Like Debilitate right now, the only weakness we have is 1 Defy minus. I mean, Defy plus doesn't even apply more. It can apply Vuln on the high five, but seems really weird to actually buy on our own. Because yeah, we right now don't even have enough debuffs to strip artifact in the Iron Glass. So what on earth is the Debilitate going to do? And the Vulnerable only lasts 2 turns, so you need to have 1 turn of high five, and then you need to draw the... And in fact, because of Lethality, you must draw the Debilitate like on the same turn as the high five or 1 turn earlier. And then you can set up a vulnerable Lethality boosted attack. That seems extremely unrealistic. Production Eradicate is something. I don't think we care too much about production, no? I mean, that's good with a Bag of Predator that we will have. And just playing the squeeze is nice and all, but we already have the Friendship and we have the Invoke. And we have the Lantern. So it seems like quite hard for this to actually be consistent. If you want to do production, I think you should also buy the pass. But to be fair, this is not bad, yeah? You can buy these cards together. Like production pass. Because this deck right now, once again, you can see we don't have any active draw at all. Like 0. We have 0 active draw. So you could add a pass because you can play the pass, yes. This deck certainly has the energy to play the pass. Honestly, not a terrible idea, but I am stingy, you know. I'm very stingy. I kind of just don't want to pay gold. I just kind of don't want to pay gold for things. I just want to buy every move and then see a pass for free, and then we'll pick it. 25 now, just 70. This thing is only 63. Like everything is counted by 15, and this fish is a giga big. It's not a spy one fish. Yeah, what if we just rich? Remove the debt. Buying a potion for safety, honestly fine. I'm not going to this shop, yeah. So we go here, rest, fight this, and then go question mark. Could be a fight. And then knowledge demon. You can buy a potion for safety. Blood Pot is the safest potion, of course. The other potions are just basically just giving you damage on your Eradicate, which is good. Eradicate damage is really strong with the Lethality and potential vulnerable. And the Eradicate actually lands with the combo, yeah, because it's retained. Yeah, I'd probably still buy Blood Pot. Go and rest. Centipede of Evil, we block 10. And now we can Lethality high 5. Can block pot. Because even with the anchor and the imbue, we are not full blocking this turn at all. This guy's deal like a crap load of damage. And calcify before the high 5 as well, because we do have a bunch of pokes in there. Yeah, we have 2 pokes and the squeeze. The squeeze doesn't need this, but the 2 pokes is not so bad. Other choice is just doing, let's say, like high 5 into unleash. But exhausting the calcify right now and getting damage on the poke, I think is good too. Yeah, we do calcify high 5 and block point. Seems fine to me. Yeah, we draw a poke. And how much damage is the poke? 26. Guys, you see 26 here? Looks good at 26. We are still taking damage though, because you know this fight is kind of annoying. You could spend, I guess you could spend it here for 2. You could eradicate this for 2, play like Rift 1, then you claim the next time you draw lethal, which is pretty likely. It's pretty likely you draw lethal on the other one, but if you don't draw lethal, then you don't have the friendship, and then you are very sad. Yeah, if you eradicate here for 2, like play Great One and full block, and you don't draw lethal next turn, and the revive, your friendship is not in play, and you're extremely sad. I will never be sad. But honestly, even if I don't draw lethal, it's not that bad, you know, because a poke draw is already killing the guys reviving. So like, how bad is it if the poke draw just kills? Like, why do I need energy? I took like 0, right? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, you're paying for the pass. Like, come on, guys. Like, guys, let's be real here. Like, why would you pay for the pass minus? And yeah, first of all, I get a free upgrade, and secondly, I also get 15 gold, and thirdly, I do not need to play 78. Ah, rich. Rich and get an upgrade, right? That's good, no? I enchant eradicate probably. You could get your draw. You could get your draw. But you could get sharp damage on this, or you just get like lethality damage. I'm lethality draw like +2 because we do not have front load draw at all. After the, now that we have this, is a little bit less. And what if it's 1+2 on this? Like, what do I care about the thing much? Yeah, do I really care about the swift or like one of the powers that much? Because I don't have that much energy before the friendship is down, you know. I turn on I have 4, and then I don't really have energy until this is in play. Yeah, why don't we just get +2 on this, and then we open the lighter in Act 3 maybe, even. And +2 on this is a lot, you know? When being multiplied by all the different sources, we get a extra energy. +4 now is +3. And +3 heal for every kill with Doom, yeah? We see a Core the Void end with this act. And you know what we are doing. Open lighter with closing instinct, yeah, instinct squeeze already strong enough, you know. If you see the instinct, you can already instinct your squeeze and it kills everything. You don't need to instinct both of these. Instinct is already good enough on its own. Like, you can even instinct like squeeze and then 2 pokes or something, and with lethality calcify, they do the pokes are going to deal like 50. Yeah, I'll probably just sharp the eradicate. And here, of course, we can upgrade. So what do I upgrade? I can upgrade the eradicate itself. I can upgrade the high 5. I don't think I care about upgrading calcify at this point anymore, yeah? It's still not bad, but it's not important because we have giga attacks now. Yeah, probably just upgrade the eradicate itself. I think. Surely we don't die to knowledge even with 33, that would be ridiculous. I was involved, we're pretty good. Could be my next upgrade. I think I do play the pass. We could calcify squeeze and ignore the pass, but I think we just want to draw the other powers. Yeah. Okay, drawing that is not very good, but it's fine. I want to keep it for sure, and then we unleash or once, so I think unleashing is still good. I am willing to spend 10 potions here. Blocking 6 extra per turn with this deck is not easy, yeah, at all. Drawing 1 less is quite bad. Because we do need to line up a lot of things for the combo to actually kill. Z4 energy on this is -1, so its base is 15. Base 15 means 26, and 26 times 4 is only around 100. So we do need to redraw like the squeeze. Oh, a liquid memory is a squeeze one time. And hopefully I don't need to use that. I would like to keep a liquid memories. I'm willing to spend both deck spots here, just so you know. Yeah, I'm willing to spend both deck spots here. And we only have 1 weakness card, which we already drew. So the multi-hit incoming on turn 3 is fairly big. Am I scared enough to just do the acid after the turn 1? Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should just pop this potion. This potion is not that important anyway in the Act 3 boss. It's quite strong, but it's not reliable, you know. But in this fight, it should be quite good still, because the attack is still relevant. But yeah, I think we take my 6, and then I'm willing to pop 3 potions here, if needed. This fight is like kind of spooky. Okay, Friendships and 2 is pretty good, but I still do this. Bit of Ash. Okay, I mean, it blocks the lethality, I guess. And the Defy redraw. Pull from below, yeah, okay, I guess not the worst, but that's not very good, by the way. That's not a... I have seen better potions. So we probably just pop double export and play like 2 defense friendship. I think that's what happened. Yeah, this fight is hard for this deck. It doesn't block that well. It blocks okay, but it doesn't block that well. Friendship is played for sure. Just wondering whether I play Spurn now or not. Because playing Spurn now is... I do have energy next turn. I would like to play the high 5 though, but maybe I cannot play the high 5. Maybe I actually cannot play the high 5. Because right now, if I let this Spur to be in here, Osti is missing, it's going to be hit for 6, yeah? And then I can use the healing, which means I'm basically converting 1 energy into 5 block. I'm converting 1 energy into 5 block if I retain this right now. So is that a good exchange rate? Because it doesn't seem very good. Yeah, it doesn't seem very good. I think I just play it now. Don't mind redrawing the Spur too much. I see it's difficult to block. The Spirit of Ash is in. Yeah, now we can play high 5 into the thing. I could also ignore the Grave Watland, it seems a little bit weird. Like we high 5 into poke. I could play the Invoke as well and ignore the high 5 altogether, but I think high 5 is just more damage. And we take a lot already, you can see this turn. We are already taking 9 damage. And this guy doesn't really get weaker, and he gets stronger. Which is why I think playing high 5 is kind of needed. Ow! The Warden... Yeah, Eradicate here is at 150, which is not even close to killing. Okay, more Grave Warden, that's fine. It does mean that we don't land the Eradicate on the vulnerable, but I think it's okay. You could, yeah, because if you play the Grave Warden in your full block, you also store a little bit of Hostility, yeah? And you still get to deal not so horrible damage. Yeah, 34, and this is like 30. Yeah, honestly, we could just deal damage with pokes and then let the other thing do the work. But yeah, here the squeeze is 100, of course you play that. And in here, there's the Defy and a bunch of other things to block the next cycle, and then we can end the fight with the Eradicate at some point. With around 100 damage finisher. And I should block this 6, yeah. So I play Grave Warden, and we let the Pass Exhaust now. With a lot of souls in here, we have to take the -7 as well, so it's now 13 damage per turn. It's quite difficult to keep blocking. But we always have to squeeze liquid memories for around 100. In my pocket, and with 24 HP, it should still be enough. Or we could kill it next turn right away. Yeah, I Hi-Fi Invoke here, next turn is dead without the liquid memories. And I do not die to the damage this turn. So I think we just do that and get the hell out now. Hopefully this draws into the D5 would be the best to block this hit. Okay, good. A Spirit of Ash as well, yeah, block a lot. And now we just Hi-Fi Invoke and next turn is dead. It is dead, right? This is base 39. Yeah, 39 times 6 is like giga lethal. Is 39 times 4 lethal? No. So we do need to play the Invoke. Yeah, I cannot play defense. Either I play Invoke or I play Saw. So I just play Invoke. And we take 4. Now we kill. Ezreal wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. The potion was a... Yeah, I mean 3 potions, a lot of resources, but sure. Quite scary. I could keep track of potion chance before Act 3, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is like 30% at this point. And we got 1 more potion and no potion here, so it's still 30%. The only... I guess you could technically take the sacrifice because you do have the imbue on the thing. Yeah, you have the imbue on the bodyguard. And there is afterlife and there is the thing. How big is the squeeze right now? Because taking a sentry mode right here literally just to make the squeeze bigger, yeah? I don't need the damage turn by turn too much. And drawing another power, like 2 cost power especially, is not, you know, it's not super comfy. On the potion chance, I think right now, I think they already fixed the junk, and if you get a potion, your chance just goes down. I think. I could be wrong. But honestly, it doesn't matter too much. Like, potion chance not totally irrelevant after Act 2. Yeah, how big is this squeeze? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 54 base. If you take the sentry mode, you gain 6 base per turn, of course, quite strong. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. It does mean if you cannot scale your buff further, then it does end the last fight, like maybe 6 to 8 turns. It's a pretty bad draw funnel, but we do have anchor and the thing already. It's like I have anchor and the imbue, yeah, and also the backup prep. So in the shorter fights, I feel like we are doing okay, and in the longer fights, it should be good. Yeah, it's probably still okay. Yeah, the sentry mode. Okay, we are not even fighting Iron Glass, and we have a Fiddle here, but not a Fiddle. Is this a Parasol angle? It's 2 shots. The funny thing about Parasol Fish is that you just get a million gold, but you cannot do anything with it. Does this deck 1 Parasol? I mean, I don't think it's bad. The only bad thing about Parasol is that it could delay the lethality, and if the only thing that the deck does is that it must play the lethality, then yeah, it's a little bit annoying. But the other choice is Earring makes our bag of prep like completely useless, and then I'm sad. We do have both the lantern and the anchor. Those earrings very good, but I have the bag of prep. It's a little bit less good. This is garbage. It's pretty rare that you have a Necro deck that really wants this thing, yeah, but you know, it's bad. You get 75 gold when you click this. Or you can do Parasol. So what's the bad case for the earring? We just draw, because we do have expensive cards, especially X cost. It's like when you have like very expensive cards, the earring always poses a risk. For example, you can just draw Eradicate, your first card, and suddenly like you don't play a single power. You spend your entire turn to play Eradicate, and then all your powers are just there. And then you're sad. It seems really strange, right? For earring to be picked this run. Like the squeeze can do a similar thing. You turn one, you just play 3 energy on squeeze, and suddenly you don't have energy to play the other things anymore, even though you have 5. Either you never taken Parasol, you're missing out. Oh yeah, we are going to we could question mark shop here as well, would be nice. And yes, we are going to max question mark to hopefully to see shops. This question mark cannot be a shop, so we only have a 3% roll into a 6% roll here. So not very likely that we see a shop in the question mark. But if they get 2 shops, that's still fine. Can Courier even show up in Act 3? Let me check. Spy 2. Oh yeah, Courier can actually show up in Act 3 still. But the 2 options was Driftwood and upgrade base card to Protector. Did I play Calcify or not? I don't care about the Calcify really in this run. In this fight. We just want to not take damage this turn, you know, or not take too much damage. Yeah, my bad. You know, that's what the Sentry Bow is doing, you know. I already know the Sentry Bow is not a good draw on these floors. It's okay. But yeah, we didn't draw Squeeze or the Eradicate, and now I'm sad. And the Calcify would kill this guy this turn, so you know, he immediately punish. I lost 1 for that because I play a defense, right? Yeah, I lost 1 HP. Yeah, don't worry about it. We still play the high 5, right? Ignore the sentry mode, probably. Yeah. Yeah, Calcify would kill here. Ow. Yeah, minus 14 to easy hallway. That's not exactly very good. Flash Plus, yeah, I don't really know what that is doing in this deck, so no. Okay. Another vote. Very welcome. No shot. Now this doesn't, the book repair knife doesn't do anything, and suddenly now we get rocks. And the other 2 relics, of course, you can see that we are not giving these away, you know. The relics that they trade for are also pretty good. It's like Smoothstone, yeah, okay, pretty good, and the Gremlin Horn are also pretty good, but yeah, we are not trading these away. So no question mark shots for me, yeah. So we only get 2 shots with the Parasol. Yeah, this scores a biting of evil, but we do have the rock. So lethality high 5 here, does it kill with a rock, right? Does it kill at least 1 of them? Lethality high 5 is dealing 19. 19 plus 12, 31, yeah, okay, it does kill. Yeah. We rock this guy. Everyone know I've seen the froglet twice, no? But that is definitely in my deck. Okay, question mark 5 is fine. A soul versus a strike. I kind of want the soul. Yeah, especially with the invoke energy this turn too. We didn't draw. That's fine. No more energy next turn, and my powers are not in play at all. And in order to make progress in the export, I do need to... I think what that means is I should eradicate for 2 here, is that correct? Probably is true, as I should eradicate for 2. They have energy to play powers and then throw something else at this, you know, like this. Yeah. Double lethality, and now I can kill it with like a poke. Should I even kill this now though? Because I see that this turn is still bad, yeah? But if I hold, then I can kill it with the Unleash. I can play like Friendship Unleash. For example, ignore the Sentry mode. If I draw a pass, I can Friendship Unleash and then just shuffle these out. Otherwise, I can play maybe like 2 powers into the Unleash. I could also bottom deck everything and then be set. That is so basically I see that I have already played the wrong line. Because if I was going to do that, then what I should do is I should poke first before playing the lethality, so that, you know, the Sour is killing guarantee. I mean, the Sour is still killing guarantee, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we just block this, lose a bit of HP with Osty, but then I have time to scale powers, yeah. Otherwise, I play the poke here. Next turn, the bot is. Actually, what the hell is the bot doing? That's another thing. I do not know the pattern of this thing. So what the hell is this bot doing if I kill it now? Can you imagine whether the sub and 34 months special bot? I have absolutely no clue. What happens if I kill this now? It cannot be that bad, right? It's just the X-bot. Yeah, what can the X-bot do anyway? Yeah, it's only 18. Oh, is it 18? Come on. Come on, guys. It's only 18. Block, no. Block with buff is when immediately after you kill it. But the turn afterwards, it does something else. It's only 18 damage, no problem. I mean, we only have 19. No, 18 is a lot. But this turn we can split. I would like to split with something else and not to squeeze. Okay, that's fine. So we can play Sentry mode here and then Eradicate for 2. Is that good? Because not having Eradicate in... Actually, why on earth do I do that? I just squeeze this now and Eradicate next turn. What am I talking about? What am I even talking about? Okay, oh good. Upgraded, yeah, okay, upgraded. Boom, buy the whole shop. I see a mirror and mirror is good. This is a mirror, yeah. Oh yeah, also a reptile trinket with the frog, and we have the Eradicate of the heavens. What do I think? Right? This fight now, it was nothing before, and it's nothing now. Like it just time loss in your speed running, and that's basically it, yeah, the export. So are we doing mirror on the squeeze, or are we doing mirror on like a lethality, or are we doing mirror on something else? It's got the rock right now. We have a million gold. Like, come on, I'm just buying every potion if I want to. Like, why spend time thinking about nonsense? You know, you can just buy the potions. It probably squeeze, right? It probably squeeze. It makes the other squeeze bigger, so it feels good. I think mirror lethality is probably stronger, but I will mirror the squeeze. Yeah, I think mirror lethality is actually stronger, yeah, but I will mirror this. And remove this card is an absolute utter garbage. Who's on strike? Is that true? Is there any conceivable draw orders where this is better than strike? The impatience. Because we have Eradicate, we have 2 souls. And we have a bunch of other attacks. The strike could be played, you know, for a bit of damage, especially with the trinket, yeah? It's not that the strike is doing 0. Go away. Colorless pot. Probably better than run the dex or the speed. So is dex better or is speed better? I see at turn 1, turn 2 usually I don't need to do defensive potion, yeah? So dex pot only works on turn 3 onwards. And yeah, speed pot burst like what, 2 turns. Speed is Probably stronger than Next. Next is comfier though. Next is certainly comfier. I mean, both potions are awkward with trinket anyway, so they're not that good, but they're okay. Yeah, whatever, just keep next point. Okay, more cards on turn 1 for me, don't mind that. Fire... Do we need to upgrade anything? Like, not really, I can just rest. I mean, I can upgrade Sentry Mode, but honestly, I don't care about Sentry Mode too much right now. After the Parasol and, you know, all of this. Let's just rest. Rest here to open a rest again into a rest again. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Rest. I mean, I did say it, right? Rest into rest into rest. Because looking like we're taking a bit of damage here. Unless the Scourge draw into something. Or maybe the Scourge can draw something. Otherwise, I could just play Lethality Sentry Mode Afterlife, take 6 and move on. Moving on is also good. I don't mind moving on. Jackpot? No, I never upgrade Jackpot. I mean, I should play Calcify probably. But do I eradicate now or not? Still 58. How big is the square? I don't even know. Like 66 and it scales like 4 every turn. 6 every turn. Probably not, right? Then with Warden over the other soul. Probably fine. This deck has a problem. This deck has a small problem, yeah, for sure. Is that it doesn't. I mean, the draw problem is, you know, mitigated by quite a bit because we do have the pass, the backup prep, the both relics a little bit, and the puzzle box. But the other problem now we have is that we only have one friendship that actually boosts energy. I do have an invoke and the delay, but you know the deck is like too big for this to be reliable. So before the friendship is down, I only have 3 base energy, and 3 base energy means that this is not very strong. Also, I'm taking 8 here by the way, and hopefully I don't take way too much more than that. But this turn, of course, we play the squeeze, yeah. So are we throwing some potions? Is it killing? If I lethality in here, this becomes... How big is the base? We have 1 strength. So the base is 17. 17 1.5 is 25, 17 is 42 base. Of course that's not all, yeah, because I can throw a rock. So yeah, it becomes 20 base. 20 base with 150, it becomes 50, so it's 100. 115. 115 plus 14, 129, it looks dead to me. Yeah. 50 times 2, and then we boom boom. Yeah, more draw, good. Here plus don't one. Debilitate is back. I don't think we care. Oh yeah, another thing is that this deck has no weakness at all. Yeah? So blocking even the queen fight for long is not very easy at all. Because you get frail and then you get dexterity, but you get frail and the multi hit is still fairly big. Yes, 1d5. 35 cards. Going to be more than 35 dex floor. How about the fear? Yeah, how about the fear? Like, if we cannot weaken, then maybe we Vaughn, we just kill, no? How about the fear? Yeah, it is green. So it can work with the lethality combo because you spend 1 turn to fear and the other turn you play your eradicate and boom. Because I don't really see this doing much. It probably would just miss. And then this we don't care about too much at this point. Rest again, rest on 19 full heal. And then hopefully we don't lose more than 19 here. You can rest again here. I don't need to make any upgrade. If I can upgrade, I would upgrade Sentry Mode. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I guess I'm stupid. Because I enchanted my Eradicate with +2, but here I could have enchanted it with +3 instead. So you're my bad. But it's fine. I don't even know what is good. Or you can enchant the 0 cost or you enchant the squeeze. Because in the queen fight, the 0 cost are not necessarily free to play, yeah? But the squeeze, I feel like I play... Most of the time I draw into them. Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to play the squeeze when I draw into the squeeze. Unless it's drawn literally on turn 1 without lethality or something, and maybe I play some other stuff. But what if we just enchant both squeeze? What's in the shop? Yeah, we have enough gold to pay for everything, of course, so I can think about the potions later. And the last one here, I guess we do on the poke. Just makes sense. Sure, yeah, +3 on Blight Strike. With the lethality, yeah, it's gets multiplied by a lot, you know. Okay, probably just do the poke. So what's the worst card now? Like, I don't think anything worse than Strike has entered the deck, right, in this spot. I mean, these cards are fine. Potential free is definitely better than Strike in this, I think. So Strike is gone. Yeah, these potions are good though. These potions are all good. So I think honestly we could replace all of them. Elite is either the Soul Nexus, which actually is not very easy, yeah, for this deck. Because we do have the both relics to block turn 1 and turn 2, but then after turn 1, turn 2, we... Especially if we get debuff, we get vulnerable, we cannot deal with the 46 attack at all. Our block resources run out, you know, by turn 3. And killing the dude on turn 3 without using a potion is a bit hard, because now I kind of want to save every single potion. Now I just want to save all of these potions in these fights, and I probably will be okay. So maybe just don't fight the elite. But yeah, we exchange all 3, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And just go here. I mean, this can also make a squeeze, I don't mind that. Oh yeah, we fear into double squeeze and that kills, right? I think. If it doesn't kill, it's damn close. Yeah, it does kill. Good for me. Empress Brew, quite good actually, like extremely good. Is it better than whatever is in my belt? Because I think all the potions in my belt are quite strong, but you can claim that maybe Eradicate is not so important now, that we just throw away the flex spot. It seems a bit weird. Because with the Reptile Trinket in here, the Eradicate is just like giga burst. It's still giga burst, whether the deck has like 2 or 3 squeezes or whatever. The Eradicate is still like a crap load of damage. Is Power Potion so important? Because Power Potion can brick. The other potions cannot really brick, you know, but the Power Potion can brick. Power Potion has a very high ceiling. Of course, you can get a Domain, you can get the Reaper Form, you can get another Lethality, which is not that good. Yeah, I think Endless Brew is just strong, man, in this kind of run. Especially when we can even Gameless Brew turn 1 of Queen, yeah? Because if I walk into Queen and I want to use Power Potion turn 1, then I might as well use Gameless Brew, you know, on the Mega Prep turn. To set up some letalities and we do a bomb one shot. And now I can upgrade. So Sentry Mode or what? You could upgrade Entropy as well if you want to be cute. I don't think this deck wants to sit in fights long enough for the Entropy upgrade to do like anything super relevant. But that's the same thing, right? We don't want to stay in fights for so long. The Sentry Mode upgrade really that good. It's probably still fine just because I have 2 squeezes. Because besides that, like, what else is here? I guess High 5 upgrade is okay. But we do have a Fear as well, so it's not as important here. Maybe just Sentry Mode. Yeah, maybe just Sentry Mode. This is Sentry mode upgrade. This is not the Sentry mode that we have, by the way. It's a fake Sentry mode. It's an imposter. But, you know, I welcome the imposter players. We can just play hand. I don't need to Scourge. I could just play hand here. And this deck is definitely a deck that just hits the queen, right? I think we ignore the minion. So we fear and then go bomb on the queen directly. All of this. Yeah, I think we just fear and then hit the queen. Yeah, it is a lot of damage. 6 energy total. It's like 4 and then here is 2 and this is 0. Yeah, we already deal at 160. So it's complete. Next turn is painful and we cannot do much about that, but block character highest burst potential, that is completely wrong. I'm pretty sure that every character can get infinite damage, right? Secret record, nobody gives a crap. About Spy 2 at least is for, you know, for keeping records at the moment. Because in a few days it will be a different game. So like, don't worry about that. You can worry about that in maybe 2 years or something, but not now. Like for now, just learn the game. You know, just learn the game. Just play. Next turn we get hit for 36. None of my powers are in play. So when do I Gambler's Brew? Because I am willing to Gambler's Brew, yeah? I am very willing to Gambler's Brew in this fight. I'm just wondering whether it's this turn or not. Because we can gamble for 6 here. Yeah, we can gamble for 6 here, try to set up some powers. It's just that gambling right now into DeFi will be quite bad because DeFi is a super giga good next turn. And it's not that we don't have anything to play with the vulnerable this turn, but I think we can do better. So I could see gambling for 6, even though it wastes the trinket a little bit. I'm willing to spend another potion here, by the way, yeah. I am perfectly willing to spend another potion here. But now I can just do this. The squeeze lands with Fawn. We still don't have lethality, but the squeeze lands with Fawn is like kind of good. The problem with squeeze into liquid memory squeeze here, for example, is that she still has 30 and that's not like actually killing yet. This is not the last turn that we have Fawn. We have the high 5. I think we just block, right? Not dealing this 112 seems a bit strange, but playing the friendship is also really good. And the friendship comes with 11 block for next turn as well. Basically, I'm claiming that we will still have enough damage in here by turn 6, because turn 6 is when it's really difficult to block. Huh? It's the second multi-hit of this guy. I'm claiming that we still have enough damage in turn 6 even without playing this squeeze. If I just play the Afterlife Defense friendship. So is that true? We will have double lethality. We can have maybe another sentry mode. We could also just change the kill to this potentially if the sentry mode hits here too often. I think it's okay, right? So just Afterlife Defense friendship. I just use 17 to block this turn. It's 36. Ah, that's fine. Take puzzle here, and then next turn we have the delay energy with the puzzle. Very good. Play entropy. Entropy should be better than defense, right? Even yeah, it's like 4, but it should be better. You can even entropy the sentry mode to, you know, spectrum shift at home. We could use this potion here as well, but I don't think I will. Is there Eradicate? Catastrophe generally could be played, but I don't think I will play it this turn. No, I might not. Why am I not playing catastrophe? Because I'm not spending energy this turn, yeah? I have 6 energy right now, I'm not going to play the eradicate. So what is my energy even going on if not catastrophe? So I will play it, yes. I should transform something else. Probably the Soul Miners then? Yeah, probably just transform this. Capture Spirits, sure. Yeah, catastrophe immediately. We'll overdraw with the thing. Maybe d5 first. And now we can catastrophe. Let's also play the invoke. Can play invoke. And then catastrophe. Yeah, I 5 lethality. What is wrong with catastrophe really? And next turn we have vulnerable with 6 energy eradicate. And most lethality is in play. So that sounds quite good. Of course, this turn I'm still taking more damage, and next turn I'm willing to flex 4 and just kill Queen. Yeah, that's fine. Like 16 damage, no huge problem. How much damage is this? 42 times 6. Oh, that's barely off. Without the potion. With the potion, of course, she's dead. But the sentry mode is random, so I cannot rely on the sentry mode. Actually, is it 42 or 43? It could be 43 because of rounding. I cannot wait until next turn. Yeah, it's only 42. So we are 5 damage off. If we eradicate the queen here without potion, we have 5 damage off. So I could flex bot for 5 damage. That is a little bit sad. But if you wait the next turn, she's not vulnerable anymore, so it doesn't work. And of course, we are not playing freaking 50-50. So you eradicate here, she lives on 5, and then you use sweeping guys, and then it misses you liquid memories, I guess. So okay, next question is whether liquid memory is stronger than flex bot or not. Because if you just play Radical and the Queen, there's a 50% chance that you don't need to use anything. Otherwise you use your liquid memories. So like, is the liquid memory so strong? Is the main question. The liquid memory is right now the main target, of course, is pulling squeeze. Which is quite powerful, yes. Oh, 6 is equal to 40, yeah, thanks. It is not 40, though, it's 42. The 252 would be a 5 shot. Because I do see something is that this flexible is only good with eradicate, yeah. But on the other hand, killing the third phase of the test subject is actually probably reliant on the eradicate. Because if you rely on the squeeze, there's already a 50% chance that you just freaking miss. You draw squeeze an intangible turn, and now you cry if you don't have this eradicate one shot. Yeah. To be fair, the liquid memory also allows you to freaking hit the squeeze on the non-intangible turn, so it's just a billion damage either way. I know. That's why I already talked about. Is that if you just play eradicate, there's a 50% chance I can just save my point. The question is like, just how much better is this potion compared to this potion? If it is better, I mean, it's quite good. It is quite good. Probably not that much better, right? You guys doesn't see, and then you see that your eradicate is dealing like 10. I just win the 50-50, easy. But if the guys, those guys, come on, you realize that we only have one big attack. You realize that after you play the sweeping guys first, your lethality deals like the base is 10. Of course, you cannot do that. Reanimate is here. You can jackpot. Any reason not to jackpot? I mean, I don't see one. You can jackpot first. Interesting. We probably do play these though. I'm pretty sure we do play both of these. Like this turn. And then we probably spend one potion to face him next turn. Or we can... The thing about playing... The thing about having... the thing about having this reanimate in play is that I kind of don't want to lose this Austin into prop puzzle. Which is, you know, maybe we flex bot next turn, yeah? Maybe we just flex bot next turn to kill it. It's plus 8 strength on this is 72, so it does die. What about also using drop? Like, can I kill it with 2 energies so I can play something else? Like, for example, not a lethality. Lethality will kill for sure, but can we play like friendship, for example? If I draw friendship next turn, can I kill it with 2 energy eradicate? Because it would become 14 base already with the friendship only. So 14 base plus 6 is 20, and 20 plus under 5 is 25, is 50. 50 is 65 damage. You actually need to play strike here. Huh. If I play strike here, we open exactly one good draw next turn. That is a draw friendship and nothing else. Then we can friendship into double potion to eradicate 2 energy and split. Potion? Yeah, I mean, you can use it, sure. I kind of want to save it a little bit for the trinket, though, but yes, you could use it. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea to use it now. I don't think it's necessary though, considering we are splitting next turn, so this here is for 7, and by turn 3 is only 5 left, yeah? So we're already losing block. Even ignoring the trinket, we're still losing block by using this turn. If we are planning to split him next turn, which I do want to. Okay, so we just play strike. 65 is exactly if I draw friendship. I mean, I did not draw friendship. If this is a draw, then you can delay instead. And they eradicate next turn. I mean, why not? We just delay. And then I guess we play the Saw. And this turn, of course, we split for sure. We even have 1 strength. Still haven't drawn into any power, so that's a bit annoying. Because after this turn, we don't have a lot of energy anymore. But that's what these potions are for. You can split the second phase instantly so we don't get like garbage goons. So reef here and then squeeze and keep eradicate in hand, I guess. And now we can Heart of Iron depending on what we draw. Okay, Defy. If there's a Defy, then we can wait a bit. I am willing to take 1 goon. It's just that taking 1 goon here is very hard to do. Actually, it's impossible because we have 1 dex. Yeah, never mind. It's not possible to even take a goon and the puzzle. The question now is whether I play the high 5 or not. Otherwise, I could play something like Sentry Mode, Defy, Afterlife. Yeah, Lethality is bottom deck, Friendship bottom deck, yeah? And we have only 1 weakness card, so after this turn it's not really working anymore. I think I should play high 5, but the thing about playing high 5 and not playing Sentry Mode is that the squeeze doesn't Giga Scale and then I redraw Sentry Mode also later. But playing the high 5 dies that it guarantees I can kill it next turn. That's basically it. Also, getting Evil Goon, no. You need to actually take damage for the wounds to come in. Like, also you can tangle it once. Mana 0, that is the wrong potion you're thinking about. We do not have the potion. I mean, I know they look pretty similar, yeah, but they're different potions. Yeah, I can show you. We literally have the potion left. You're thinking about this one? And what we have is this one. Otherwise, yes, I would discount to 0 right now. If I do have the other one, I would. Yeah, the thing about playing a line like Defy Century Mode Afterlife is that what if you just take... Nah, taking 16 seems so weird. I could also Heart of Iron now and play like Century Mode High 5. Century Mode High 5 and usually I draw Lethality next turn, yeah? So this could be base 81. The other one's exactly the same, so it's base 81. 81 with the vulnerable lethality. How much is that? 81 times 1.5 times 1.75. That's 212. Okay, it's actually one shot. So we can do that. We can do that. We can just Sentry Mode High 5 and take this hit. If you Heart of Iron, you save one wound, so I think we can Heart of Iron now. I think I will do that, yeah. Like Sentry Mode into High 5. If we don't draw lethality next turn, it gets a little bit annoying, but I do still have one decks and I have some block cards. I mean, I can still kill it, just I need to also play the Eradicate. Here we take a wound. Let's draw lethality, so the line works. And we draw the friendship, very good. But yeah, now we just pull back the thing, yeah? Liquid Memories. On the squeeze. And it's 212, so it kills. Which is good. Friendship, of course, is played. Next one is Intangible, so playing the Invoke here to get a big Eradicate doesn't really do anything. What does that mean? Do I exhaust the Horn or do I still just play the Invoke just because it gives me 2 more block? I kind of don't mind 2 more block. How big is the Eradicate in the future turns? The base is 8. No, the base is not 18, the base is 15. But we get another things here. Yeah, the base is 15, but 15 becomes 21, 21 becomes 26. 26 times 2.5. And 6 times 2.5 is 65 base, and then times 4. So we have a 260 damage burst, plus the rock, which is 275 damage burst whenever we want on the Eradicate. I mean, sounds fine to me. That sounds fine to me. It doesn't kill me that quickly, yeah, this boss, I think. I hope. Actually, maybe I should play the Grave Guardian. Okay, the draw, yeah, it's vulnerable, so it's dead next turn. We take this full hit here, yeah, but it's okay. Next turn is dead. And next turn is dead. Effectively full to the Eradicate because it's vulnerable and we have like all the potions. Ow! Oh yeah, like more than enough resources. Boom, and then boom. Yeah, easy. Yeah, the deck actually doesn't block at all, as you can see. Like it doesn't. It has some dexterity, but there's no actual blocking power. We don't have. We don't have anything to boost our decks beyond the one decks. We don't have the Spirit of Ash. We don't have like the Dance. We don't have the Shroud. And we don't have weakness. That's the most important thing. Like no weakness chain, no strength down. There is no block in the deck at all. Yeah, so we must kill. Which is why saving resources, exactly why I path like this, because you can see that these potions are kind of necessary, you know, to guarantee that we never really have issues here. Because it looks like there's no risk, and there was effectively no risk in these fights. But if you stay in this fight for maybe just 1 or 2 turns longer, suddenly you can die, you know, very easily. Because you can see like 1 turn of Test of Strike hitting me, I'm already losing 30 HP because my deck doesn't block. There's no way to keep it weakened, you know? Like even the Queen. Even the Queen fight, like we had to face the second multi-hit, and suddenly we cannot deal with that anymore, so we need to kill the minion. And when you kill the minion, suddenly the Queen is way too healthy and she hits you again for like 30 and everything sucks. So the timing here in these fights are very tight because the deck cannot block. And it's Parasol is just a normal, you know? It's freaking Parasol fish even. Just play Necro Warrior, you will lose other characters. Is this a real question? I mean, I'm only streaming a few days. I don't really care about banning people, you know. But is this a real question? I'm just asking. Yeah, like after today, I will just disappear. Yeah? Get your hands like relic spark in. I know it exists. Also, we can set it up in maybe like 20 minutes or something. But again, after today, I will disappear for a while. Don't know how long. So I don't really bother to set it up just for like what 3 days of streaming. So what's the thing we learned here? Yeah, overgrow 100% win rate. They cannot lose in overgrowth. Necro gets overgrow, they are impossible to lose. This one is pretty interesting. So it's honestly the overgrow access lead to more interesting decks in general. Yeah, because suddenly you just have a few attacks that normally you don't have. Watch a run. I played Spire 1. I opened Spire 1 recently to get some seeds for private friends, you know, for the private friends I seeded runs. And it's actually crazy. I mean, if you have opened Spire 1 after playing a lot of Spire 2, then maybe you know what I'm talking about. But I opened the game, I click a few cards, and I don't even know how on earth I played this for 10,000 hours. Yeah. Hey, how is this so slow? It never felt that slow, you know, when I was playing Spire 1 at all. But when I come back and open the game, I played a couple of cards, like, what the hell is this? Like, why is it like, I don't know, like 20 FPS or something? Crazy. And you just really just get used to different things, you know, when you do different things for a while. Yeah, it's also everything is like so small. It's like small and slow and a lot of information just not there. Crazy. So yeah, if I for production value, quality of life, a lot of things, Spy 2 just blows Spy 1 out of the water. The gameplay is not quite there yet. It is pretty good now, I would say. It is pretty good now with the infested prism and the iron glass. It does impact your strategy even inside Act 1 a lot, yeah, which is a snowballing effect because your deck will be a little bit worse. But compared to Spy 1 gameplay is not quite there yet. I would say if Spy 1 is a 9 out of 5, 9.5 out of 10, then Spy 2 right now I would say maybe is 8. On release, on early access release, it was probably like a 6. So, you know, definitely big improvements, but it's still a bit to go. But yeah, like having even if the knob is act 2 and it's also not as strong, so the impact is definitely less than having a knob inside Act 1. It's still pretty impactful for your deck building overall, for sure. Just because like, some decisions you take, for example, instead of removing the first shot, you buy something else. And that is snowballing you a lot, you know. Because if you get away with like removing every single sword, you are so strong. Yeah, sometimes you remove every single sword, you don't have enough and you die. Because it is inherently the greedy option. Like, if you can just take every single greedy option and never die, then the game is bad. Which right now I don't think Spy 2 is quite that. It's just that my big problem with Spy 2's difficulty right now mainly is just that you play your run like garbage. Like on FSG, I block the statue for like 40 turns all the time. You do not block North for like 40 turns, yeah? Unless, not usually at least. Like, sometimes you can force focus it for like forever. But the statue, you upgrade 2 block cards, you remove 1 card, and you just stay there for, you know, until the end of time, and it never deals damage. But yeah, my biggest problem with Spy 2 balance right now is just that you can play your run like complete utter garbage. You do all the wrong things. And you walk into here, you see, you know, you see some of these crap. you see some of these relics, you know, and suddenly your run is like, oh, okay, I guess I'm strong now. Like, what? Like, what the hell? How do you play bad the entire run and then you just win? And yes, you do need something to punish powers more. I think the punishment, it mainly just comes down to whether enemies deal enough front load damage to you or not. Because the main threat of the, you know, picking a lot of powers in Spy 1, not that you're not doing that, but you pick every power in Spy 1. But you play the run in order to be able to pick powers. But the threat mainly is just the fact that Retromancer is 100 damage on turn 2. You draw your powers turn 1, you draw your powers turn 2, she hits you, you die. And the same for Act 4. Like, they deal an insane amount of front load damage. So if you only draw powers, yeah, you probably will die. So you have to draw something else. Spy 2 doesn't have something that kills you from like full. It has a lot of fights that can deal cheap damage. I've also over here. Like this fight in other stuff like 3, like the scores of biting, these fights deal damage to you. But they don't kill you, you know. So if you just load your deck with a lot of powers, you want to these 4, you lose HP here, lose HP there, but then you click rest, and then you want to boss scout with full HP. And then you play all your powers, you spend your HP to play powers, you don't die. Usually you don't die, and that is not good gameplay. So eventually, yes, I would like the game to do something about that. But it's not so urgent. Like that problem can be solved pretty easily. It's not too urgent. But yeah, the main thing is just like some of these things are a little bit too strong. They just invalidate your entire run, you know, like you can do whatever in the run, you see an ancient relic and you click it and you win. Like, I mean, I'm sure by now people already know how stupid this is, yeah. Like, what on earth is this? Yeah, what is this? Sometimes I do wonder whether if it says that when you play 0 or fewer cards, whether this will still be good or not. Is that you have to skip your turn to get minus half damage. Like whether that would still be a good relic. And who knows? And Splash a lot. Yeah, no in particular just has a lot of these relics, you know. It's like this is stupid, like, this is also stupid in honestly in a lot of runs really. And then this is I guess this is not always giga broken, but it's a bit too strong. Like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Like what is this? Like why do you just click a? Why do you just get like 1,000 gold for free? I say yeah, bracelet on any character that has 0 cost, energy is really strong. Like on turbo, on bloodletting, on offering. Like defect and ironclad specifically, yeah, because these cards are common. Like turbo, and you put this on like turbo or bloodletting, you're zooming, like zoom. Really crazy. Like even this, you know, this is like super strong, but I guess it's more deck dependent. What is this? Yeah, who made this? Who thinks that this is a good idea? Like, at least if the relic is overpowered, you know, like this one, at least it should be fun. Like for example, like this thing is overpowered, but it's fun as hell. Yeah, this thing is like insanely overpowered, yeah, but it's fun. This thing is insanely overpowered, but it's also fun. So those are fun. I like those are fun. But like, for example, like this thing overpowered, boring as hell, and this thing is overpowered, boring as hell. Like, these are bad. I certainly don't mind overpowered things, yeah, but they need to be fun, you know. Instead of just okay, don't play cards and I skip my turn and I take no damage. Well, cool. Interesting. I mean, this is also overpowered, but it's also fun, so I don't mind it at all. Because it's first of all it's rare, and secondly, you know, the runs are completely different. So you know, once in a while, if you see this every other run, it is bad, yeah. But because it's so like once in a blue moon, it's good, it's fun. So like this kind of thing, I certainly don't mind. Like overpowered things that are fun. But like overpowered things that are not fun, like this, I hope at some point they do something about these. Yeah, like Pale Swing also, like Pale Swing, at this point I think Pale Swing is insanely strong. The one that you just get a relic for every 2 cards you skip. At this point I think this thing is just ridiculous because you don't even need to fight elites to be strong now. But it is also fun because relic bar is like super giga long. And whenever you get a new relic, you know, there's this dopamine rush, like you're gambling. Like gambling when there's no stake, you know, very fun, like human nature. So when you roll a new relic, yeah, okay, what relic will I get? It's really fun. So that I don't mind. I cannot play another run because I will be doing the Spy 1 retrospective for private friends in like 4 hours, I think. And the run will not take 4 hours, but I also need to, you know, I cannot stream like all this time. Like the break, I'm not super used to streaming long hours now because after the break, it's like the first day, right? The first day when I play 2 runs and I did the silent commentary with Nave, like, I was actually kind of dead, physically dead. And near the end of the day because it was such a long time. I'm not used to it. I really need to you need to get into the habit of things, you know, like because it's not. It is pretty demanding mentally, at least. I think for to stream long hours, to talk like constantly, and then I keep thinking. Yes, Legion is underrated. Legion is a double block, right? Yeah, Legion is a double block. I don't think this is underrated. Like, if anything, I think the people, I think anyone who think this is bad just don't know that, you know, it works every other turn. It's like 1 turn is not 2. But anyone who knows that it actually blocks every other turn for you, I don't think anyone would think it's bad. You know, you just need to click this 1 time, you see, okay, it works every other turn, not every 3 turns. And then immediately you know it's strong. Oh yeah, it's good. I don't think, I think it's appropriately rated. Yeah, the wording is pretty confusing because I know for sure personally, I don't know how other people think, but personally I know for sure that I thought that it was 3 turns before I picked it the first time. But then of course after you pick it once, you play with it and you see, okay, it's 2 turns. It's every other turn and it's just strong. Now if you talk about underrated relics for Pale, I think maybe it's this. This thing is really good, but yeah, it's awkward. But I think it's pretty good. That's my favorite relic, the one I just picked. My best relic in the game. Right here. Yeah, fun and strong, you know. Like, this is really what this should be, yeah? But and unfortunately this thing is just this without the downside. I don't know why. I don't know why this is here and this is also here. I don't know. This thing is like fun as hell. Honestly, almost all the Vaku relics are fun. I think Vaku is just the best ancient like, design-wise. All the relics are like kind of strong, but they seem like they're not strong. Okay, I said this one. This one's cringe as hell, and this one's actually bad. This one's like pretty freaking garbage, and this one is cringe as hell. But the other things are good. Like, this is freaking amazing. Like, honestly, if you think about what the Fiddle is doing to you, you know. I know that some people definitely feel like your deck has a little bit of draw and suddenly now Fiddle is bad or something, yeah, but just think about how much energy this thing is giving you by you not playing the draw cards. That's not a direct translation to how strong this thing is, yeah, but just think about that first and then you already see that, okay, this is probably better than you think, even if your deck already has a bunch of draw. But it's actually just insane. But you feel like it's bad before you pick it, and then you pick it, and then it's like, oh, this is crazy. And this is also kind of it. If your deck is big, like this thing is just very good. If your deck is a 10 cards or something, you draw this every single turn, okay, probably not. Probably don't pick it. But if your deck is at 30 plus or something, you know, you draw this once every 5 turns or something. It's like, why not, right? You draw then draw once every 5 turns. You don't even need like something like cleanse or tyranny or like a charge or something. Get rid of it. Of course, if you have those, it's better. It's significantly better if you have those like tools of trade. But even without, it's quite good. You know? But you just always think about the worst possible case, and then you think it's bad, and then you don't pick it, and then you never know that it's good, but it's fine. And then, I mean, this is, I think people know this is good. This is potentially underrated. I don't know really how most people think about this, but this thing is also very strong. This thing is like whatever. And Earring is more conditional, I think, but usually if you have a little bit of support on turn 1, it's already fine. What's screw up important? Yeah, what important turn? Just as people always think about that, you know, you screw up one important turn. Okay, what is the important turn? You get every other turn, you know. Like, what is your deck doing if your deck only has one turn and every other turn is garbage? That is not how your deck functions, no? Like, every turn you have something. So like, let's say you lose, what, 20 output, yeah, like just a random number. You lose 20 output on the turn where you say it's important. But you gain like, what, 5 output every other turn. And you take your deck take like 6 turns to shuffle, that's already positive. And that's also not true, yeah. That it costs you that much, and it's also not true that it costs you that much. A lot of ancient relics are fun. A lot of them are also unfun. So over time, I hope that some of the unfun things get changed. But of course, fun is subjective, so you know. What I find fun, maybe other people will find not fun. Like maybe people actually like this relic. I don't freaking know. Those on clone, great. I mean, of course, it's run winning when it's run winning. It's very clearly run winning when you have the card to do it. And you can survive Act 2, of course. But it's rare enough they don't mind, and then it's an unusual run, you know. It's kind of like Death Branch. It's not. I don't think it's as strong as Death Branch, but it's kind of like that. Is that it's rare. It's rare enough that even though it's like overpowered as hell, the run's unusual, so you don't mind it. Fishing rod is fine. Fishing rod is fine. I don't think it's very good, but it's not that bad. I know it says it's here because I play mostly my games on a different profile. I actually haven't played on this profile at all outside streaming since patch. I don't even remember what patch it was, 103 or something. I play most of my runs in another profile. But yeah, the fishing rod is you do get one upgrade before the advanced hallway, so it's basically just, do you hit a strike or not? If your first upgrade hits a strike, then okay, it's kind of dangerous, yeah. But if your first upgrade doesn't hit a strike, suddenly it's already a good neo bonus. It hits a defense or it hits a card that you pick, and suddenly it only gets better. Like, it's already a reasonable upgrade for Act 1 that gives you maybe enough safety to not die immediately, and then later on it keeps giving you value. So it's just about the first upgrade. Like, does it hit a strike or not? Of course, I love Wing Boots. I think Wing Boots are super giga strong. That's because the question mark variance in Spy 2 is extremely high, you know? You don't know whether you just walk into a question mark and suddenly you win the run or not. Basically, what I'm saying is that your power level, you cannot expect how strong you would be after a couple of flaws. It's not quite like Spy 1 like that. Like Spy 1, I think the power level is a little bit more consistent. Unless you're in Act 2, because Act 2 question marks and Spy 1 also kind of the same thing. But the thing about the Wing Boost is that you can just react to the variance. Of course, that's literally what it does. And depending on what you see in the early falls, you can always get the most value out of Act 1 like that. Which is good. I think the overall value the Wing Boost give you inside Act 1 is already better than some of the weaker Neos, for this one, for example. This one is here literally just for you to snowball Act 1, but I think Wing Boost does a better job at that, even though it gives you nothing. On paper, it gives you nothing. I like the current event pool compared to Spy one, a bit too strong. I think maybe you need more events with. I don't think events you can see from here, but you can see what I mean from this at least. I think you need more events like like these two guys. You know, like events when you, if you click the risky option that has a lot more payoff, you can like get on. You just go into an event, you know, and suddenly you get maybe 2 transforms or an upgrade at 9 HP or you know, like transform a base card into something else, into a good card like the donut. Put slither on your 3-cost card. Events that just give you like a big power boost for free, pretty boring. But like an event like this I really like. I think the game needs more of that instead of just giving you like freebies. What did we see in this run? Yeah, like Cheese Room, just 2 cards, you know. First map key, the Lantern key and the Spoils map, right? The payoff is a little bit too big for those, I think. I like the concept of them, but the payoff is just a little bit too big, so you end up doing something like kind of annoying. Because you have the Spoils map and suddenly you fight 1 elite in Act 2 or even 0, and you are strong. You get the history cost and you fight 0 elite in Act 2 and Act 3, you don't even need to fight a single thing, yeah, and then you beat the whole game. Because history cost is just stupid. The payoff is a little bit too high for those, but I like them conceptually. But history cost can be harder. Nah, that fight is already hard. I think that fight, the difficulty of that fight is appropriate. It's just that the relic is way too strong. that relic is worth maybe like 4 other relics. Suddenly you don't need to fight anything anymore. It just kills the whole game for you. But I think the knight is appropriately strong because he already costs you a lot of resources. He's stronger than most things in Act 2. And then you also had to carry a curse for maybe half an act. History cost 2 potions. If I literally don't die inside Act 2, I will click a history cost every single time. That is what I think about it right now, is that if I don't die literally inside Act 2, yeah, I will just click the history cost and fight 0 elite for the rest of the run. And it is worth it. I use all my resources, fight nothing else, go to every single safety situation, and then I win. Because history cost is just stupid. Yeah, it is stronger than some boss relics. It is stronger than some boss relics. Crazy. Hey, like here you see like this event I walk into here, I just get 2 cards. Of course you can brick here, but the brick chance is so low and early in the run, it's usually just 3 cards for you. And then from here, 27 go with 2 potions. I mean, that sounds kind of good to me. A chance, a lantern, and 36 go. Yeah. To be fair, this is not really in the event pool. It's just that relics is given strong. Usually, you see chests, you're happy. There's always go, and the relic is usually good. Now, okay, this event was 4-1 bad. Yeah, this is one of the events I maybe like. But it's complicated about this event, but I don't mind it. It's one of the events I like a little bit more than, you know, just some of the free stuff. This I really like though. I love this event. This event is maybe my favorite. Which fight combats I have. On Necro, not really. On Necro doesn't even use strength. You click that, you get nothing. But on like Ironclad, I certainly have. On Silent, I definitely have. Dude, that's just stupid though. That is also, I mean, Act 3 events I don't. There's not a lot of Act 3 events I like. But yeah, here this was also just like free value. and it's better than the node. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think the question mark should commonly give you more value than a fire node, because by going to the question mark, you're already limiting risk. You are not risking HP loss, risking potion use, or like whatever. You preserve all your resources, and you get stronger than going to fight. That should not happen. I don't really like the free power boost too much from these flaws. Like even here, I just look at this, just get a relic, and this relic is good, yeah, in this run. Of course, this event can low roll, I know. Yeah, like here, you walk into an event, get a clumsy, and instead I get a horn cleat and 15 gold. I mean, 15 gold is from this, but yeah, I get a horn cleat or clumsy. Just like walking into the question mark. It's just kind of free, I don't have to do anything and it gets stronger. I do like events where have a little bit more risk. You don't really need to bring back something like Forgotten Outer. It's a feels bad event. I think it's good for Spy 1 to have something like Forgotten Outer in Act 2. But you don't really need this kind of thing. You just need the events to not be like just so consistently strong. I think for the first month of the game, right after the early access release, like my whole thing is that I just want to every single question mark in Act 1 and Act 2. I do not even fight anything, yeah. I want to the path with maximum question mark in Act 1 and Act 2, and then I win like every single time because the events are just like strong as hell. Right now you do that, you do have some risks. Is that if you don't have enough cards to actually deal with the prism, you could die. You don't have enough cards to deal with Iron Glass, you could die. So they got indirectly, the events got like indirectly nerfed by a tiny bit. But you should not be able to do that. You just skip the whole game, then you win anyway. To skip chest? Can you skip chest right now? I think you can skip relics now from the chest, no? I know you at some point you couldn't. You might think in the current patch you can. I think in the current patch you can skip your chest. I must nah, I have the private friends main event in like 4 hours, and I do need to take a break. So no more runs. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, this is the last Spy 2 chat for me for quite a while, that's why I talk for a bit. Because after today, I will probably be gone for maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 months. But yeah, I did talk about it. Like in August, my 1-year-old niece is coming back to Vietnam. So I will be occupied. Yeah? Even if I want to stream in August, I probably cannot. Waiting again to polish. Yeah, I'm waiting for all the missing contents really. Alternate Act 2, Alternate Act 3, Act 4. And also another thing is that streaming consistently actually takes a very large part of my life. Yeah? You don't really understand like, how much time it takes to stream every single day. It's not just like click the go live button. For me, I do more than that. I don't even do YouTube or whatever, yeah, but just to get myself in shape, to actually play with more focus on stream. Is that I keep my basically I keep my time schedule like pretty strict. It's funny to say because I change my stream time every single day, but my daily schedule is like fairly fixed when I'm streaming every day, and that just takes a lot of effort. And right now I don't really have a real reason to do it. I don't feel like I need to spend like what 20% of my life to do this every single day. Not yet. Meditation, you could be kidding, but it's not too far off from the truth. Yeah, it's actually not too far off. Especially when it was doing the I was grinding for like the ironclad world record and the effects trigger, for example. Like I actually I have a very set routine. I keep myself physically and mentally in shape like for every single day. And I'm very careful with that. And it just takes a lot of effort. Okay, amount of money. If I care about money, I would stream every day. Because I will tell you, I do make a lot of money from streaming. Just by going live. I don't even need to run ads, so I don't need sponsorship. I get the money I get from Twitch is in US dollars, and for after the currency exchange, it is a lot of money in Vietnam. But yeah, I don't really care about that. That is if you have watched me long enough, you know that is irrelevant to me. Yeah? And right now, I don't really want to spend around like 20 or 25% of my life just, you know, getting ready for the stream like every single day. So when I have real reasons, so I will be back. Don't worry. I will not disappear forever. Unless I die or something. Hopefully I don't die. But yeah, for now I don't have a lot of reasons to stream. And stream less frequently 2 a week is just it's just a thing that you kind of need to get used to. If I do something, I want to do it properly, you know, like streaming 2 or 3 times a week, you just like half-ass it. I actually cannot do it properly if I just do it without being a full schedule. You know? It just feels wrong to me, basically. Against complete much more online, yeah, if the game is good. I do have confidence that the game will be good. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, as always, and see you.